You are now listening to Nerd Rage Radio with Bobby Skullface and Adam Russman. This podcast is intended for mature audiences only and may not fit with your sensitive sensibilities. You may be a victim of meaningless outrage, or you may, in fact, be a big ninny pants. If this is the case, please feel free to turn it off now. This is no country for ninny McNinny pants. So crack open the Mountain Dew. Make sure the cheese doodles are super fresh. We're in your mother's basement. It's Nerd Rage Radio.
Test. Test. Test.
Your might.
We're trash band.
We are.
Acapella, bro.
What episode is this?
176. 166, I think.
160. Execute.
It's one of those days.
It's when you execute the courts. Don't question me, Commander Cody. Execute the court, like I said.
Dude, I'm gonna be honest with you right now. I might not be able to do this. Like the will is there. The body is trash right now.
Yeah.
I mean,
And soft.
I called my dad, dude. I'm not bullshitting, man. I think it still got the limes. I'm serious.
No. You could. That's for
Possible.
sure. Oh, not lime. You might not actually have limes, but you're
just
gonna
fucked
have
me up.
Repercussions from it.
Yeah. No,
Recovery takes a while.
Yeah, because my
Road to recovery, you might say that you're on.
yeah, my doctor said it could take 6 weeks, and I'm like, 6 weeks? Get the fuck out of here! You're full of shit. 6 weeks.
What about 8 weeks? Did he say anything about that? I don't know where the fuck that is.
But I was driving today, and I was falling asleep. I was like, oh fuck, you ever get the tired sweats?
Yeah, but dude, I'm super over caffeinated right now.
Oh really?
I'm on my fourth cup of coffee.
Yeah. Like your forehead is itchy.
So if I start chewing the table, just hit me in the forehead until I stop.
But anyway, I called my dad, and I'm like, hey, because I try to call somebody else. I can't call Bobby right now. It's like, why? Because if I call Bobby, I might be like, I'm not coming.
You always got the limes to fall back on from now on, though. It's a nice lifelong excuse.
Right,
I can't go to that funeral. Limes.
I was supposed to go to a funeral today for sure. Like literally, right now. Thanks, Joe. Thanks for bringing it up. It hurt my fucking feelings.
I put the
you
fun
got
in
limes. That's
funeral.
fine.
No, you don't.
I show up in a clown nose.
So welcome to another dysfunctional episode of Nerd Rage Radio with your host Adam Russman, Bobby Skullface, and Joe KW. I feel like I've been low-key racist here recently, giving Joe first billing.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
A little
anti-racist, racist.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
That's fine.
Yeah.
I have quite the nerd week though, so I don't know if you want to start with me or not.
I'm gonna start with me.
When in doubt, selfie out.
That's right, white privilege and all. Actually, my nerd week is weak as shit, so it's gonna be quick.
Mine too.
So I finished Castlevania Season 2.
Nice.
And no, it's not nice. It's fucking stupid.
Oh, I love it. Did you play the game?
Did I play the game?
Yes.
My fucking Symphony of the Night is at like 237% because I found the way to get through the castle walls and bat all the way around the edge. So don't ask me about
what I'm saying. If you played the game, then why are you complaining about the show?
Play the game, he says. I feel like that's what it needed to have, a little he says. I'm going to bring in a he says a little bit more often.
He says.
Yeah.
All right. No, I love the game, and I love Castlevania. I mean, Castlevania is my some of my favorite shit ever. It's probably my favorite platform game. Dude, they sat around in the fucking library.
Do you follow it on Instagram?
Yes.
Okay.
Spoiler alert.
So there's... Spoiler alert. Yeah, fuck yeah, spoiler alert. You can't spoil it, all right? I'm not going to spoil it, but I like that shirt. So the first season is 4 episodes, which I gave them a pass on.
Now it's 8, and the next one is 10. They already
I gave them a pass on.
Got an okay on
but
it.
so you just start getting your mouth moist, and it's done. And it was kind of anticlimactic.
I thought it was much better than the first season.
I'm not denying that it's not better than the first season, but I'm saying the first season I gave them a pass, and the first season was kind of weak. And then it abruptly ends with Alucard crying Like, and I'm not talking about like
It makes sense.
God, I hate restaurants that are a la carte.
I'm not saying like it looked like a hentai with a Japanese penis monster shooting jizz all out, because you know how crazy it is with the jizz and the hentai thing. It's just nuts. That's how he was crying. It was like
just
coming
Peter
in.
north of the eyeballs.
It was ridiculous.
It was warranted.
It was ridiculous, Joe.
Also, it's established that he's actually young.
I think it's an anime thing that they over emote. I really do.
But it's not an American company.
No, but it's still in an anime style, still an imitation of that.
All right. He's young. He's not 5 years old.
I don't know how old
He was
is.
buried for like 100 years or something stupid, wasn't he?
I don't think so. No. He is the mom's son, who the mom's is mortal,
that's
and
true.
was killed in her, late 20s, early 30s?
Oh, no, she's older
Better
than
than me
that.
burying
She's
the
older than that.
paperwork, though. Am I right?
She looked better than that.
I mean, she looked better than that, but she's probably magic. She's probably 50.
I'm just saying, like, they already made the banter of where he's like, oh, you just an emotional teenager stuck in a man's body.
They used that.
What are you doing to my soundboard?
You are definitely fingering the slit,
First of all, I do that.
so to speak.
First off, it's our soundboard, motherfucker.
That's just the Patreon. This is a Patreon.
it's a
Actually,
Patreon.
it's the girl soundboard
Yeah,
because they're the owners of the
It's
company.
then-
But it just was really bad storytelling. It was bad, dude. Like, the fight scenes were interesting, the visuals were interesting, the character design was everything that I wanted it to be, but it was just dumb. Like
But I think you might be the first person I've heard that from.
It was bad, man. I like, not for nothing, Netflix has kind of been failing me here recently. I feel, I really do. I feel like the last couple of things I've watched on Netflix have not been good.
Well, I haven't. I'm not the biggest Netflix supporter in the world, anyway, in terms of their original content. That was more of a your bag kind of thing, anyway. I don't think I've seen anything great on Netflix that was some of their documentary series, like that one on the cult. I think was the last great Netflix thing I saw.
Yeah, I haven't finished that one yet.
Yeah.
But like, I'm not interested in even watching Daredevil. I don't know what my deal is with that. Maybe I'm broke. It might be me. I will admit it might be me. I might be broken
Maybe it's
right
the
now.
limes.
It might be the limes. It might be the limes.
Limes fucked
Dude,
with your head.
It might be the limes.
It changed you.
It has.
You should just say dumb shit and be like, it's the limes talking.
Limes, Adam.
Well, you know the worst part of it? It is. So I found out going back that I probably got it from work.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Because I went back to the doctors and like, nah, you didn't get it this time. You've had it for longer because of how
Yikes.
far along it was. And so now I'm like, fuck.
So definitely it's going to stay with you for
Have you been out in the woods?
The
at
longer
work
you've
or
had it.
Yeah, we went out. That's the thing. Like,
Oh,
it's
that's where
just-
you're dumping your chemicals.
that's right. We were in this field dumping chemicals in this field.
Dude,
and
I wouldn't
and somebody
put-
else
I
from
wouldn't-
work.
I wouldn't put that on the podcast.
That'll be fine. They don't know who I work for.
And they don't know which field.
They don't know which field.
Now the EPA won't let me be me, so let me see. Anakin.
EPA doesn't care about anything anymore. It's fine.
That's right. So I watched that, and I mean, the fight scenes were pretty cool. But like, even like Trevor being a fucking idiot, like just a drunken idiot, like
He's a drunken idiot.
who can't read. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Can't read good.
His family went away at 12 and he can't read. Like this very rich, educated.
How many people read in the 1200s? I don't know what year this is.
Believe it or not, people who were of high blood at 6 years old read better than us.
I don't know.
No,
I went to a school for kids who didn't read good
in China.
in America
China.
because I was from
What
China.
I'm saying is,
so that sent me to
aristocrats back in like the 1600s, like at 6 years old, they were a lot of them were reading and writing at advanced levels.
I'm going to do a drawing of the Thundercats based off the cover of the Disney's Aristocats.
yes.
Dude, did that just happen? Did that just happen?
No, that
Can we mention where that came from now or no?
no, not yet.
yet,
Not
okay.
yet, not yet.
Anyway, it doesn't matter. That like it was weird. It was weird. It was weird.
Also, it's like a post-apocalyptic world. I
In
feel like
1475.
right because
Yeah.
they had high tech way before that.
Well, yeah,
They had teleportation technology and actual science and
everything's science.
astronomy.
Yeah. I
don't-
mean, it's still.
I don't know. It's fine that you don't like it. I'm not saying you should not like it, but I'm like I haven't heard this, and I didn't feel that way when I watched
I
it.
didn't say I hated it, Joe. I said it was trash.
You can like trash.
I think.
I feel like Was it towards me? I know you weren't looking at me, but I felt judged.
No, you
As
definitely
you
like some trash.
yeah,
but
as you should.
one can like trash.
Hey, why is my mic mixed up? This isn't my mic. I don't like that shit. Doesn't matter. Anyway,
I mean, they ordered 10 episodes.
And you know what? And this comes back to the final specific complaint. They should not have pushed this out this way. They should have done 4 and 8 the way they did. They should have had, like, for example, they should have ended it. They shouldn't have ended it at episode 7. They should have waited for episode 8 to be the first episode of the next one. There's no reason it
finished the arc of this particular arc.
No, it didn't.
And it tells you what the next arc is going to be.
No, I don't.
I'm trying to not spoil it.
Dude, end it there. End it at 7. You don't need 8. Can be a first episode. It's fine. It's fine. 7 ended well.
I'm thinking, well, maybe they wouldn't sign on for a 3rd season when they finish this one, so that wraps up everything. Because if there was no episode 8 and there's no season 3,
God, it'd be even worse.
But that's why they're episode 8.
That's what I'm saying. Like that's a horrible idea. If that's the way. Watching the end of that, it was such a dumb ending that I knew they had to have more. I knew that they had to have more. I was like, they're definitely having another season. This can't be it. Is this it? Oh yeah.
I need to ask around and see what other people think. Maybe I'm in a bubble.
Maybe. People just like, what do you want me to say?
No.
No, I'm saying in general. That's how people are.
Bobby didn't give a fuck.
Oh man,
they don't care. You're not gonna watch it.
No.
Then I watched.
Couldn't make it to the first one.
Then I watched One Husband, Three Wives. That was a Netflix.
I watched that as well.
Yeah, it was interesting.
It was.
The funny bit about it is the first wives, like the wife number 1, prime wife. I like to say
prime wife.
They're down. They're always down
by the time you get to the 3rd.
No, that's not true. Because
they're like
the one dude only had 2 wives.
Right, and he was working on his 3rd.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh, is it the number you're supposed to get to 3?
Well, like I'm saying that like they're so numb to it by that point. Like the 3rd one is always for me was the interesting one to watch because they're like, I don't know if I can roll with this shit. Like you know what I mean? Like it was like that person that you talk about that got like the blind surgery, like to make themselves blind.
Oh yeah.
It was the best decision
I ever made. I'm so happy now.
I ever made.
Yeah. It's not that bad. There is some
regret. There's some realm of regret.
Well,
in there.
it's funny. So at the very episode, I think it was only 6 or 7 episodes. Might have been maybe just 4. That's all I needed. Unlike Castlevania.
I think most Netflix shows only need 4.
But like there's one dude with 2 wives looking for a 3rd, and there's one dude with 3 wives, and like the last 2 wives aren't getting along. Like wife number 3 is like calling and texting. He's like she's being a jealous girlfriend. You know,
but she's the last one in.
Yeah, but she's pregnant at the time. Too.
First one out though, am I right?
But it's interesting, and in my opinion, like wife number 1 were like the hot wives.
Why would you go downhill from there? Usually, you like get the new one that's like upgrade.
I'd have to really think that one over.
Yeah, trust me.
They were all a little homely.
Yeah, they were. But I mean, like especially the guy that had 3 wives, his wife number 1 was.
I feel like even
most attractive.
I feel like even the ones that weren't moms already had mom genes.
I feel like you have to be kind of homely to agree to a relationship where you're gonna have multiple.
Wife 1 was like yoga mom.
What does that mean?
Like
that doesn't mean they're not
no
homely.
mom jeans.
That doesn't mean they're not
no
homely,
mom jeans.
though.
Yoga pants.
I feel like if you're a hot chick, you won't have to settle for a multiple way relationship with a dude.
I feel like there was one dude who was a fucking douchebag. He only had 1 wife. He was a fucking douchebag.
I think it's a cultural thing. I think that most of these people were in Utah.
Yeah, I mean they believe it. They like live on this giant rock and they like blow holes in the rock to build their houses in it. Is that the same one, right?
Yeah.
Okay. But like this one,
that's more interesting to me.
Actually, the little community is actually kind of badass. Like, dude, like I wouldn't mind living. Imagine living with a bunch of people who you get along with. You have the same values. You all like have the same interest.
Because like, there's plenty of interviews with Mormons that have left the faith and been like, it was hell. I hated every minute of it.
Facade,
it was just all I knew, and I was afraid to leave it.
Maybe,
maybe.
I think that would be boring too.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah,
and I don't want to live in a hole in the rock.
But I watched it, and it is an interesting show to watch.
The houses were it was kind of cool. It was like a normal house, but like built in the rock. Like imagine like my house, but my backyard is a rock.
I don't know if that's good or bad.
Yeah, I don't know either. They had a bunch of 4-wheelers and dirt bikes and.
That's not my kind of life.
Yeah, no toys.
Yeah, that's
no toys.
Dumb, stupid.
But you know what was interesting though?
What?
Of course, there's a shit ton of kids.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
But like, it was interesting. Like all the kids kind of like, I felt like watching that the kids kind of would entertain themselves. They played outside a lot.
You know, there's 30 of them.
Yeah, I mean 30. Like, one guy had 30. It was like fucking
exactly.
120 kids.
So it's like of course
football teams.
But it's interesting to see that like those kids, like they're really like that nature and education of like just hey, you go out and play with sticks, kid. Go have fun, do whatever. And they actually all the kids in this seem happy. I don't know. I mean, I think this looked like a positive community. I'm not saying there's not crazy.
No. I don't think that stuff starts setting in until you're older
because you don't know any better when you're
exactly.
Well, so the guy with 2 wives, and my wife and I both watched it. Like this is really interesting. I think his dad was the one who started that community, and he seems like a true believer, and his family seems like a true believer. And then there's another guy. He's kind of goofy, but he seems like a kind dude. And then there was like this jackwagon, and the jackwagon, I didn't believe him for a second. He just wanted more pussy. You know what I mean? Like, and I remember looking at my wife like, man, this like, I think this dude believes this shit, and this guy, he just likes this lifestyle. But this motherfucker, no, he just wants more pussy. You know what I mean?
I mean, there's easier ways to go about getting more pussy
I
than
agree.
joining a cult.
I do.
Shout out to our Mormon listeners.
It's fucked up, Joe.
I'm fucked up. It's fine.
But I do. I mean, I've got a lot of Mormon friends, and they always seem happy.
Some of my best friends are Mormon.
Yeah, I didn't say that. I didn't say that. I will tell you though, I had this one buddy. Sent me the Book of Mormon and everything, and like he was an interesting dude, but like didn't want like he got upset if I cussed at him or whatever. I cussed around him, and he was really strict. And he wasn't actually born Mormon. He like converted and whatnot.
Where does it say in the book you can't say fuck?
I don't know.
It's interpretation. They talk about swearing, but a lot of people will say that means like swearing upon God.
Yeah, but why is fuck a swear word versus?
Because we've decided that we've given it that title.
You all decided, not me. Your people.
When I say the general we, I'm sure the British have curse words as well, Joe.
Yeah.
But
fuck is a British curse word.
It's a
fornication. Like it sounds like
that's not true.
It's not true.
It's like an old wives' tale,
Is
but
it?
it's cool.
It's before the internet.
yeah. It's one of those things.
Snoop it. Snopes.
Snoop. No, I'm gonna Snoop it. Bow wow wow. Snoop it. Nah, that ain't real.
Is it real that he's fucking rolling sushi now and he's good at it because he's been rolling blunt for so long?
Dude,
if it is, that's
I hope it's true.
Awesome.
Yeah, I hope it's true too. I saw a thing on my feed.
Dude, what if Snoop got a top knot and went full Bushido? Full Bushido. Like Zen lifestyle and everything.
I mean, it goes hand in hand with marijuana.
Man, I'm down.
Dude, just high and fucking rolling sweet sushi all day.
But I think that's all it is that like we've decided that is a swear word. And the Bible's translated says don't swear, but it's interpretation. Like Jana said, man, my at the time my 8-year-old said it best. There can't be anything inherently bad about a word.
Mm-hmm. Except cunt.
Even
that's
in Shakespeare.
All right, let me see what else happened. I got a big order in from some 40K stuff. Hey, man, I need to talk offline to you.
I need to buy some paint.
Driving as well?
Yeah. Flying. Driving.
Yeah.
I'm trying to decide if I should just order paint or like get it through you. It's like a hassle for just getting a couple bottles of paint.
True that. Damn, what else? Halloween was fun. Had a fun Halloween.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed that walk.
I still haven't seen
drinking.
I still haven't seen Venom. Still want to see that.
Venom. Some people get them. Some people hit them. Venom. We're going to get the Venom. Venom. I feel the same.
It now sounds kind of like Disturbed.
Well, is that from Ninja Turtles?
No, it's like the Eminem song for the Venom movie.
No. But that Spirits.
Spirit. Some people hear it.
That's
Some
it.
people
From
fear
Ghostbusters
Spirit.
2.
Some people won't go near it.
Yeah. Ghostbusters are back and all brand new or something like that.
Yeah. Is that Big Daddy Kane?
I can't remember, man. Fuck. What else happened? What else did I do? Oh, I've been watching Making a Murderer. I'm
Part
like,
two?
I'm like,
Season 2?
yeah, season 2. I'm like episode 4 or 5 or maybe 6. 6 is good, right?
That's on my watch list. I watched the first episode, but
Dude, it's fucking depressing. I had to like.
oh, it's Dougie Fresh.
Thank you for that makes sense.
Fresh.
I think Bobby Brown had a track on that album.
Oh, yeah,
too.
100% had it.
Yeah,
That was
yeah.
Ghostbusters too. Yeah.
But it's depressing, man. Like,
Don't spoil it for me, please.
I'm not gonna. There's nothing to spoil.
Here we go.
Nothing to spoil.
I'm waiting for it.
No, it just.
If there's nothing to spoil, there's nothing to watch.
True. That's not true. It's not true. No, just it makes you wonder about the hoops and the barriers of the criminal justice system, and like,
Yeah.
Are we doing this because we think it's reasonable? Or are we just doing this because we've been doing this for so long?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think something needs to change. I think the penalties are just too long.
I think you and I kind of came to an agreement on that first season. It was the most kind of conclusive conversation I've ever had about that show.
Yeah.
Where it was like, he may have done it, but there were so many mistakes
Yes.
made that it doesn't matter.
Even if he's guilty, and I feel horrible about saying this,
Right.
But it's so crazy. This is the second time this person has called me today.
Who is this?
I have no idea.
Live. No. Hello, you live on
I'm
Nerd
not
Rage.
gonna do it. I'm not gonna do that. No. The system failed so bad, in my opinion, and this is only seeing what the Netflix people have showed us. Maybe if I was present the whole time, the judge and everything, whatever. It seems so crooked, and I mean that's also maybe the goal of the documentarians. I don't know. So, but that's pretty much it, man.
All right.
Joe?
Damn.
No, it's best. It's best.
I also watched Castlevania. I enjoyed it. I didn't love it. I didn't think it was the greatest thing ever, but I got my Castlevania fix.
Oh yeah, I definitely got my Castlevania fix for sure.
Sounds to me like you got your Castlevania broke.
Got Soul Calibur 6 when we were out last week. I've been playing
That's
that
true.
a lot. Oh, Chris has been
Soul
playing that. I've been
Calibur or
watching-
Soul Edge?
Well, it's different in the same series.
What?
Soul Edge came first, and then Soul Calibur.
Really?
And Soul Blade also.
What?
All in the same series.
Oh my gosh.
He knows his stuff.
I know.
I do not. For all I know, they're only one real thing in that, and the other are Peruvian soups.
Peruvians don't eat soup, Bob. They don't have spoons.
They're chicken.
They have
Peruvian
cereal.
chicken. Peruvian chicken is the shit. And
Of course they have spoons. I'm just joking. Everybody has a spoon.
Or spork.
I don't like a spork.
Yum-
It's a shit spoon and a shit
it's
fork.
called a-
It's really the worst idea ever.
it's called a yummy tummy. What is it called?
Don't do that. Mr. Yum Yum.
It's a yum yum.
Yeah, but I was.
It's a fork.
Damien, right?
Oh, yeah.
Damien was so poor. His
Friend
his
was
friend was his fork.
Yeah.
and he used to call him Mr. Yum Yum.
Yeah.
But I want to create a set
I
of.
wonder if he still has that fork.
No, I'm sure he doesn't.
I mean, wouldn't
sure?
you keep it?
Yeah,
Wouldn't you
he's
keep
not.
it?
No, he's not that.
It's like, I put this behind me.
Yeah, definitely.
That's what he tells everybody.
I want to create some sort of utensil.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't worked it all out yet. Think chopsticks,
Mm-hmm.
but effective.
Chopsticks are one of the most effective things ever, man.
Actually,
So like tongs, right?
dude, I got a buddy. He invented this spoon and fork combination.
Fork?
It snaps together. No, there's a spoon and fork, and it snaps together, so you can like pack it. And you turn it upside down and snap it this way, and like the spoon and fork are like this. It's like a chopstick,
Tong.
spoon and fork, tong.
Oh, like a salad tongue.
That's what I'm talking about. It's for eating salad. I think
Bro, let me bring it up.
that
first.
if
been
I
eating
know
so much salad,
I've been
you think
eating
about-
so much salad that I'm like, this is truly unenjoyable. Like
It's hard to stab with them
Exactly.
vegetables.
Dude,
Exactly.
I'm about to change your fucking world, man.
Change it, bro.
Oh, you're gonna get it. You're gonna get it.
See, this is how it starts. Now you're in the vegetarian lifestyle. And every single day vegetarian. I need vegetarian utensils. I need vegetarian plates. I need a fucking salad mixer, salad tosser.
Do you know what I am? Do you know what I am?
They're called sprongs.
Sprongs.
Like, so they are, right? They last together.
That's you get some of those, you might lose some respect.
Sprongs.
No, I'm not. I just had
shop sprongs.
I'm pretty sure I had meat yesterday.
So look, and they do that.
Yeah, dude.
I got a pair. Do you want some?
Yeah.
You know what? You're getting this for Christmas.
Don't do that.
You gotta wait, dude. He's sprung in a crawdad.
So I've got
sprung in a crawdad.
Yeah, it's awesome,
right?
So I've gotten into the habit of getting you because you kind of do it to me, and I've done tit for tat on it. But getting
You're so petty.
I know that I'm definitely petty.
You're so petty.
The jokey gift,
not as petty as 50 Cent.
The dude.
Yo, what do you do?
Yo.
He bought out the first 200 seats to the Ja Rule concert.
Did he post a picture?
Yeah, but you know what, dude? You know what? If I was Ja Rule, I'd be like, thanks.
Well, see, because I see it from both sides. So of course, the money doesn't change. It's just embarrassing.
No, because everybody's going to come up. There's nobody there. Everybody in the back row is going to come up.
No, I think he had to say it.
No, because everybody knows about it now.
He's not.
No, but.
He's not going to stop it. He's not going to stop people from going to the front row.
Yeah.
Good evening.
No, you got to do it in his voice.
No, wait for it. I got a plan.
Cookie Monster.
Good evening.
I need some more coffee, goddammit.
A friend of mine bought all the first seats as like a gift to me.
Ooh.
I'm not going to put his name out there because he's a dear friend. But they're not coming. So just if everybody could just fill in, and we'll get their start. 2, 3, 4. The way I feel about
you. It's pretty awesome though.
But yeah. But I have
a jokey gift.
I have your jokey gift, but it's a nice gift.
Mm-hmm.
Would you be okay if I give that for Christmas and then give like the more sincere one for birthday?
Dude, because I don't care.
Because it's a nice gift and it's pricey.
Okay.
Surprisingly so.
All right.
So I'll just swap it. We'll do the switcheroo. Expect a more sincere one, but you're gonna love it. Maybe a little too much, if you know what I'm saying.
Whatever you want to do, bro. It's your gift to give.
You're gonna love it.
Actually, I got a very utilitarian gift for you.
Okay.
Coming.
Sprongs.
Sprongs.
Dude, I'm not even mad at it.
200 individually wrapped sprongs.
Actually, it's 365. You have a new pair every day.
I'm like,
dude, if I was rich as fuck, I'd have a pair of alpaca socks, a new pair to wear every day, and I throw them motherfuckers away
every night. Jordan.
Yep, every day. It's the best. It's the best kind of wool. It's so soft. It's better insulating.
What the fuck is that thing?
Antibacterial, but it doesn't matter because I'm not going to wear them long enough for the bacteria to form.
Yeah. Dude, I went to work with 2 different shoes on the other day.
You told me about that.
Yeah, it's pretty sweet. And guess what was underneath there?
What's that?
2 different pairs of socks. One was gray and one was white.
Dude, you're almost there.
So
you've almost arrived.
Dude, you should have seen how I left the house today.
Soon you're gonna be fucking. Was it cousin Ricky? What is it from fucking National Lampoons?
Oh yeah.
What's his name?
Clark.
Yeah.
That's the gift that keeps on giving.
What's his name? Fuck.
Doesn't matter.
You're gonna be him.
Yeah.
I can see it now.
Yeah. I can
I'm gonna get you that hat.
What else do you have for your nerd week?
I caught up with My Hero Academia season 3. Finished that.
Is that dubbed?
Season 4 coming out. Not all of it is dubbed. Like it gets released sub first, and then it slowly gets dubbed. I think first season is dubbed.
It's sub before dub.
It's just like Jane. How did you get here? I wasn't.
Just one line at a time.
It's not nice.
It's not mean.
Season 4 is already announced. I'm looking forward to that shit.
Cool.
It's like 20 something episodes.
All right. So is it only on Crunchyroll?
No, it's not on Hulu.
It is on Hulu.
It's on Hulu. I'm not sure. I watched it on Hulu last night. Even
it's
but
dubbed on Hulu.
season 3 is sub.
All right. I'll put that on my list. You know what? Has Hulu? If you pause Hulu, does it crash on you?
No.
Dude, my Hulu has been doing that when I watch it on my TV.
If Hulu is doing that, you should go to the doctor and get it checked out.
Dude, my Hulu's been fucked. Fucked recently.
Dude, Krista got, without telling me, not her Hulu. It had nothing done with the Hulu. squatty potties for the entire house.
Dude, it's fucking
I don't know
awesome.
why.
It's
You guys
fucking
never
awesome.
talked. I never told her about it. I haven't asked. They just showed up one day, and I let it go.
It's amazing though, isn't it?
But like she works from home now, so I think she just orders shit, and she works.
bored.
She works for
Squatty potty company.
online sales
Amazon.
stuff. For deals. She posts deals all day,
Really?
so she knows all the good deals, and so she buys things in bulk.
Well, dude, tell her hook me up. I love a good deal. Just buy me some shit too.
Love a good deal.
It makes you feel so good.
Eat-offs.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you need some.
don't do that. You know what I thought about doing would be so. It would be so difficult to do. But I was thinking about doing it. It'd be such a funny gag. Is taking apart one of your DTOFs, like that top, and replacing it with that fucked up top and ringing it in. It would just be like, I'd be like, I couldn't do that light. It would be fucked up. So I got to find one like, all right, this one doesn't have a light. You see all that shit up there, and I have to like dust it and move it. But it'd be, I wonder how long it would take you to realize it. And you'd be like, and how would he broach the subject? And he'd be like,
Hey man,
hey,
you know anything about this?
yeah, hey,
No, you know what I probably do? You know what I probably would do?
What?
Seriously?
What?
I'd be like, hey, you home? This is a text message. Hey, you home?
yeah, well,
Hey, I'm curious how you have because you used all lights at the top, right?
no, not on all of them, just on 3 of them.
Would you mind showing me all of them so I can get some ideas for stuff to do with mine?
Sure.
Just send me pictures of all of them.
I doctored the fuck out of that video. Yeah, I'll get right on that, man. Oh, dude, my camera's full.
All right. Well, do you mind if I swing by and take a look at it?
Yeah, well, hey, how about tomorrow?
Yeah. I'll just come by game day when I know you're there.
Oh, dude, we canceled game day this week.
Oh, yeah? I'll swing by, make sure.
Oh, I did have a.
If I see a bunch of beat up Focuses in the front yard,
That's fucked up, man.
I'm just kidding.
No, that's fine. Dude, I did get that fucking glaive tank. I almost fucking had fucking nerd raged about putting that motherfucker together, dude.
Should've had me done it.
Dude, I should have given it to you. Dude,
It won't take me 2 months.
I need to give you everything.
I'll
to
build
build.
stuff,
We
but
might
have to
just
wait
do
for it.
quid pro quo. We might just need to do that from now
I take a
on.
long time. Like I build things to a higher standard than you require.
That's true.
No offense. I'm just saying.
That's true.
Like, I'm meticulous.
Dude, I slap my shit together as fast as possible because I paint so good
and
you
then
can't tell.
and then you just slap like 3 fucking inches of snow on shit to cover up the gap.
Exactly. It works. It's great.
Except for that one is pretty.
Yeah, but that one's a hodgepodge. That one was a junk tank anyway. That wasn't real Forge World anyway.
You never finished your plane, did you? The one that you had to putty up.
No, it's done.
You done? Okay.
Yeah, it looks good. It's great.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah, I could put that fake one next to the real one. You wouldn't know the difference.
Yeah.
So there you go.
I mean,
how about that?
It's cool.
Suck on that, Joe.
Just egg on your finger.
Fucking elitist. Fucking putty elitist.
I have a question. You don't like mouth noises. So you don't like the slurping noises. You want a silent head.
There's an exception to every rule.
That's true.
There's an exception to every rule.
Do you try to not make mouth noises when you're performing?
No.
Or do you just don't perform?
Well,
you're one of those guys.
only once a month.
I'm a talker. And a
Oh, you're talking to it.
I mean, I'm
I don't think you can repeat that stuff.
I'm a social butterfly. Let's just put it like that.
Anyway,
How you doing? I was doing when I was pushing the blanket.
What?
When I was pushing the blankets, I would take the blanket out, like, and show the different types, and I'd be like, "Here's the plush," and I was like, "This is the Sherpa. Feels like the plush a little bit on the outside, but then on the inside, I'd let them touch like the wool part. And I'd be like, how you doing?"
I can't wonder why this lady's next to you didn't like you.
Oh, that was for totally different reasons.
And last thing, Dante and Krista and I and a little bit Sarah recorded a bonus episode on Patreon.
Oh, damn.
Yes, which we have downloaded but have not uploaded.
Yeah, it's we talk about horror movies for Halloween and BJJ.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah, Krista and Dante apparently. Dante goes to a BJJ school now.
Correct.
Krista used to go. It's the same affiliate, so they know.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah.
So I'm going to put it up on Patreon for the $5 spot, I think.
Yeah, and we might do this again. We might do this
How about
semi-regularly.
the $10 spot?
You think so?
Yeah. You know what I was thinking about?
I don't know.
Probably shouldn't talk
to
about
be
this.
honest, I'm on it. I'm not sure if it's $10
$5 spot. You got it. Yeah, that's one.
$250.
New Year.
Dude, I saw a funny meme, man, and it was kind of dumb because it's kind of an old joke, but it just got me so funny. It's like a picture of Thanos. Like, did you do it? He's like, yes. What did it cost you? $350. And it's like at that point I realized that Thanos was 11 feet tall and he was the Loch Ness monster. And he had like a back shot and Thanos' like neck from the South Park shit.
Yeah.
350. Man, damn. Man.
Sorry.
It was great. They gave me the giggles.
Tree fitting.
I enjoyed it.
Yeah, thank you.
Anything else?
Oh.
Let's pause it.
Oh no.
And
here we go.
So I have a pretty busy week. So first of all, I'll never do that again. Ever.
Do what?
What I did this week. Left Thursday, drove 6 hours to Cleveland. Did Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Did the Christmas Story House. Crashed. Woke up.
They crashed his car.
Yeah. Star Cruiser. Crash. Woke up Friday. Drove 6 hours to Chicago. Cody, thank God bless him, watched my kids so Laura and I could set the booth up. Partied Friday night, which was good. Saturday, woke up, worked the booth. Saturday night, went upstairs, had pizza. Had every intention of coming back downstairs, but my head hit the pillow and my arm went around my girl, and I was not leaving that spot.
Oh, you didn't even party. That's crazy.
Yeah.
I can't imagine you not.
I know. Sunday, woke up and worked the booth till 4 when it closed. Hold on 1 second. Jesus Christ.
You're going to stop it?
No, it's good. Worked the booth. It closed at 4 o'clock. Got on the road by 4:45.
Wow.
6 hours to Cleveland. Slept. 6 hours home the next day. It was 24 hours of driving, 3 hotels in 4 nights. I will never do that again. I will arrive Thursday, have Thursday, Friday, Saturday, leave Sunday, maybe Monday. But I'll always do my trip to Chicago in 2 days now because that was much more manageable, the 6 and 6 than the 12.
You would think 6 and 6 give you a little break, but
6 is good.
It's enough. It's enough to get by, because the drive sucks.
You don't have to worry about it because it's in LA next year.
Right, I'm not going. So let me get some of this out of the way. So we went to the Christmas Story House. It was amazing. Like I was, I was hesitant to go in the first place.
Yeah, this is stupid.
I was like, well, I've seen the movie enough times.
Oh, so smooth.
There's only 2 times in my life where I felt like I was in the presence of a celebrity. Once was with Jay-Z, and once was with this goddamn house. I was starstruck by this house, and like they had the house next door with the hounds. Like it's all there.
Oh, they actually had hound dogs in there?
No, but the house is there. Elvis was singing nothing but a hound dog, so it's kind of made up for it at the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. But it was great. They had the fire truck there that got the kid's tongue off the pole.
Okay. Had
the old man's car.
How much did it cost?
Nothing.
Really?
Yeah, we didn't go in.
Oh,
that's a fee. But
you couldn't support it with a couple bucks.
We probably could have, but we were exhausted. We wanted to kind of get through it, so to speak. But it was it was beautiful. Like it was amazing. It was amazing.
Nice.
The old man's car was there. We walked up and Jane was like, "Oh, fudge," and then I was like, "But I didn't say fudge. I said the big one, the F dash word." And, it was a good moment. Went to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame Museum. Old, Soft, and Trash. Almost started crying in the museum like 3 times.
Really? From what?
Just like walking around and hearing all this music through the ages, thinking about its impact, and thinking about times in my life when I heard those records, and like just my growth through that music, the music's growth in and of itself, and I was beside myself.
What was the best exhibit?
To be honest with you, man, all of them. Like I think the thing, ironically. I think that
goddamn Prince was so small.
The thing that I was the most blown away by was the James Brown suit with the sparkly sex written on the belly. Like that was like one of his famous suits. Like he had a few of them in different colors, but it was like that romper jumpsuit, and then it had sex like in rhinestones across the stomach. Yeah, and I was like, damn, that shit is pimping.
Was it teeny too?
No, like I mean, most of them. I mean, like stuff like Jimi Hendrix and shit. Like shit was like fucking like Pinkerton size.
Okay.
You know, some of them were smaller, but like a lot of like the rock stars and stuff, like Axl Rose's shit was like small, and so was Slash and shit. But like,
it always blows me away when I meet somebody famous and they're tiny.
Well, I think that's more in Hollywood than in music, though.
Maybe that it's definitely more actors.
You know, because they have to all fit in a certain for the screenshots and everything.
I think we talked about this before about Tom Cruise, right?
Yeah, and Hardy. You know, Hardy had to wear platform boots.
RDJ too.
During
No, but like Tom Cruise carries a box with him. And
you take a picture with him on a box.
He stands on the box, or you gotta like kneel down.
But Tom Hardy's boots as Bane are like platform shoes.
Really?
They're just hidden well, so that he can fight face to face with Batman.
And Batman's not that tall. Like
no, but he's tall for an actor. Bale is tall for an actor.
Maybe, yeah. He's only like 5'10", I think.
I don't know, but anyway,
it's a fine height.
It doesn't matter
for short people.
The point is that on the rock star shit, like I mean, it was average, you know, because it's different, you know, like it wasn't like they don't have to fit on a screen or anything. They're people with different type of talent, you know. So, but it was mind blowing, man, and like you know, even my kids, like they got to see like Lady Gaga's dress, and like they were touched by it, and like everybody, like
is she in the Hall of Fame?
Yeah, I mean she's not inducted.
Okay,
but like
how does that work?
So like every year they induct certain artists. Like I think this year Def Leppard's getting inducted, or next year.
I'm thinking there's money involved.
You got to pay for it.
So no. I think it's like there's like a board, and then there's also a fan vote. Like the fans have a say in the inductees, but they induct like a group of them every year. But I think Def Leppard is the big one next year. Doesn't matter. But so they have like they have like the actual Hall of Fame, like with the names and like engraved on plaques and stuff. But then they have like just music museum, you know, of like, you know, everything, Little Richard's piano and shit, like crazy shit, you know, like we're just like, God bless, man, like. You know, and like they have like reels of TV stuff playing, and like you know, racist shit from keeping black people out of music, or in the mainstream audience, and then like 60 shit where the devil is getting in your ears with this music, and and then Ice-T's Cop Killer and the Steamroll with Dolores Tucker and all that kind of stuff, and Gore's wife, with the parental advisory sticker and all that shit. Like it's just like, damn, man, like. It's fucking cool that we have Edge. Like, Edge is fucking cool. Like, the Sex Pistols shit was in there, and the Ramones.
There's no more Edge anymore. It's been blunted.
No, there's definitely. I mean, like,
blunted.
When you got a kid that's killed in his car, leaving what you call is still an Edge. You could make the argument it's more edgy. But it was amazing. It was amazing. And then I got into a war of words with the coffee people across from us. Went to this place to get a cup of coffee, cappuccino, and a latte. And the lady was like, we don't have flavored lattes here. And I was like, well, can you direct me to a place that does? And she was like, I'd try Starbucks. And I was like, what if I didn't want to try Starbucks? She was like, well, there's another couple artisan places, but they are artisan, so they may not have flavored lattes. And I was like,
hey, what do you mean by a flavored latte?
Like a latte is just a latte.
Yeah,
but
coffee and milk. What do you guess?
Yeah, but like
pumpkin spice.
But like, pumpkin spice or vanilla or
you
caramel.
just want some shots of
the
syrup.
Syrup. Yeah.
Okay. So they didn't have any syrup.
Right. So they were like,
I thought you meant at first like the special pumpkin roast beans or some shit.
No.
I was not fancy like that.
So they were like
the artisan should have that shit, right?
Right.
Like, I'm sorry,
like
continue.
80 different beans back there.
So they were like, you might want to try Starbucks. The other places are artisan also, so there's a good chance they won't have flavored lattes either. And I was like, well, every artisan place I've ever been to has, except for this one. So I'm going to throw the dice on it. So I went into every coffee place in like a 10-mile
radius.
And guess what? They all had it. And I went into this one, the one that I ended up choosing. And I was like, do you guys have vanilla latte? And they were like, we do. And I was like, you too, huh? What type of coffee establishment is this? They were like, it's an artisan coffee. And I was like, artisan, you say? Because
you should have recorded all of this.
I'm under the impression that artisan coffee does not serve flavored lattes. And they were like, no, we definitely do. I think most do. And I was like, I do too. But I thought I might be in the minority in Cleveland for thinking that way. And they were like, who told you they didn't? And I was like, and they were like, let us guess. And they named the coffee
first shot.
Mm-hmm. And they were like, we hear complaints about them all the time for like being snooty and shit. And I was like, they are snooty. I'm surprised they can even serve their customers from how high up on that horse they sit.
How do they stay open?
So,
did you just save these? Like, do you have like a little bag? Like, no. How high? Horse, yes. I'll use that one today. Like those little counters that you insult of the day. There we go.
So,
did you go back to that place to tell him that?
I did not.
He did. He didn't want to tell you.
No. You're not petty enough.
Got my vanilla latte, you cunt.
Hey, no. I would have gone in and been like, excuse me, miss. As a heads up, the other places, in case another customer comes in, they do.
Yeah, all 10 of them.
All of them. So anyway, then we crashed there, went to Chicago, to Cody Washer case. It was a fucking... Dude, I love Cody, man. Cody feels like my little brother to me. Like, he feels like how it would be to have Tug around without heroin.
Ooh. You know what? That just clicked.
Right?
Like, even the sense of humor is similar.
Yeah.
About the height, the build.
Yeah.
Yeah. The only thing that's different is the accent.
Right.
Tug might have more tattoos than Cody.
At this point.
We don't know.
At this point. Probably right on his face.
We need to get Cody a visa. Get over here.
Yeah.
Does he want to come here?
Yeah.
Really?
Why wouldn't you? Land of the free, home and brave. Come on.
Fact.
I came.
So anyway, the Friday night had I met two cool guys, Kenny and Drew. That there was one dude. He had like a Skullface hoodie on, right? And as we were walking past, there was something there was an exchange, and I knew they knew. So I was like, okay. So I just turned around. I was like, I'm going to be in the bar soon. So I came down to the bar and I saw him sitting there, and I sat with my family and had dinner.
And they're just waiting eagerly.
No,
like,
well,
is he done yet? Still with his family.
So, well,
we should order the drink.
Well, they said they were going to buy us.
Oh, shit, they're getting dessert.
They said they were going to buy us around.
Okay.
But I got up and I just walked over to the table and sat with them and talked to them for a minute, introduced them to the realm and kind of, sorted them in there. So it was good. It was a good experience. Had the rock party. That was a good time. I left the rock party pretty early because it was like 100 people in a room the size of this one.
Oh, wow.
And my spidey sense was tingling all over the place. I was like, you know what? I'm going to get ahead of this one. Just was like, I got to go eat. And I was like, funny, I don't, but I need to go. And I went down. But the rock party was great. And
Bobby's also reached the celebrity status that he's got to leave a party early. He can't be there.
And I didn't
can't
show,
be there
that's
too
not
long.
true. And I didn't show up fashionably late. I was there the whole time.
Why is your face getting so red?
It's not red. So let's see what else. I made some notes. Oh, so when I got there Friday, this is a good one. So when I got there Friday to unload the stuff, I walked in with Jaina, and they were like, "Where's her badge?" And I was like, "She's my kid." And they were like, "Well, she needs a badge."
Now this is before it opened.
Yes, we're just setting up.
Okay.
And I was like, "My kid needs a badge?" And they were like, "I think so." And they went up, and the lady at the counter initially was like, "No, they're good." And I was like, "Okay, cool." So I went back. Came back with another load of stuff, and she's like, actually, they do need badges, and they're $10 a piece for the weekend. And I was like, my kids need badges. And they're like, yes. And I was like, my 2-year-old needs a badge. She's not here for the exclusives. And they were like, well, not your 2-year-old. And I was like, well, where does the line stop? And they're like, 5-ish? And I was like, 5-ish, you say? Tell you what, I'm going to need this in writing. And they got somebody to come over and write it on a piece of paper.
like Dante style, write it.
So I
How old is Selena now?
She's 5.
So you paid for it too?
Oh yeah, $20 for them. So I came in and they were like, I saw it on a piece of paper and I looked at it and I looked up at her with a face that said, "You know you ain't right." And I was like, I tell you what, I'll buy it. It's ridiculous, but I'll buy it. So that my kids don't have to sit outside the convention that I paid to work at. I'll buy it.
Yeah.
So that...
Do you get a certain amount of badges for your table?
2. So Boogie and I were covered.
That's crazy, man.
Chris was in there and like Kelly was in there. Like, and as soon as I started popping off a little bit, they like disappeared. Chris was like, "I saw you going into your mode." And I just got out of the way. Kelly watched Selena, like Kelly and Chris watched Selena for like most of Saturday. Selena was wearing Realm lanyards, and she was like, "Look, I'm a Pinkerton. And she like put Realm lanyards on all of us. She was like, "We're all Pinkertons."
Nice.
So I had a couple of interesting experiences.
Did you engage with any supervision in regards to that thing? See, that's the kind of shit, man, that I can't get over. And it sounds like there's a principle aspect of it.
I hear you, man. I wasn't willing to die on that hill.
I hear you. It's not with
it's the truckload of stuff.
But you know what would have been funny? Right. You know what you should have done right then? You should have got on fucking Skullface Instagram and fucking live stream that shit. Right. That's what you should have done.
Yeah.
No, you shouldn't have done that, but that's what I feel like you should have done.
Yeah, no, I hear you. There's one other awkward moment I had before I got to Chicago I want to talk about.
They should apologize to you about that.
I agree.
They should. I hope somebody finds out about that and they apologize. Because I don't. You know what?
I've never experienced anything
like
that.
That's fucking ridiculous.
It's fucking ridiculous.
It is. It's absurd.
For $20.
For $20 for my children.
And they didn't make you do that last time.
No, of course not. Any of the other 4 times I've worked the show, they haven't made me do it.
And how much is it to
I think it's like 200, 250 somewhere in that pocket. I get that in Baltimore confused. Between 150 and 250, somewhere in there.
Okay. For a 2-day show.
Correct.
Because there's no show Friday, right?
No. There's a show. I think they have like opening ceremonies or something, but it has nothing to do with the dealer room.
Yeah, dealer room's
open Saturday and Sunday. Okay. And it opens Saturday to the general public at 11 a.m.
When does the exclusive people come in there?
So the VIP people can get in at 9. Okay. Weekend pass holders can get in at 10. And then if you bought general admission for Saturday, you get in there at 11.
Huh.
Yeah. I thought that was a little you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But anyway, so I was in the hotel in Cleveland, and you needed a card to swipe in the elevator before you pressed the button on the floor. Yeah. So there's this guy in there when I get in there, and he starts looking through his wallet frantically, and he's like, I can't find my card. So I get out on the first floor, and he's like, hey, man, can you swipe your card for me so I can get up to my floor? Now, you see the position that this puts me in.
Yes, because you don't know who this guy is.
Right. So I was like, you know what, sure. And I pulled it out, and I swiped it, and the doors are opening, and security is standing there and sees the whole thing go down. They're watching. I took my shirt off one time at a golf course because I was in a sand trap and I had sand go all the way down my shirt. Like I hit the ball fucked up and sand went straight up, straight down. I took my shirt off for 20 seconds to get the sand off. A fucking caddy drove past us, kicked us out. My dad and I. My dad was furious because it was like you had to wear like a fucking suit and tie to play the goddamn game. Yeah. So
is he furious with you?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah. But it's just my luck. Like if I ever decided to rob a bank, it would be nothing but police officers cashing their checks at that moment. You know what I mean? On duty.
Yeah, with guns.
Yeah, fully armed.
Yeah.
AK-47s.
Yep.
They have some old military Russian shit. So, like, I was like, I swiped the card. The security's looking at me. I walk out, and the other guy stays in, and they start doing, like, double takes to each other and then into the doors that are closing, and I just ignored them and, like, put my blinders on, like, just kept walking together. But it was, like, super awkward. Had a couple.
That guy robbed the family of 4.
So I had another weird dream.
Oh,
this one I can talk about.
Okay.
So
I don't know if you should.
This is good.
You saved the other one somewhere, right? Like
no, it's gone.
Oh, it's erased.
It's gone. Erased the last episode, bro.
And I hope that it's erased from my memory one day.
So I'm sitting at this diner, and Dave, Energon Addict, and Adam come into the diner, sit down next to me and beside me, and like I'm finishing, you know. Dave is to my left, Adam's across from me, and I was like, damn, I wish you guys would have known you were going to be here. We could have ate together. Like, I'm done. And they were like, well, let us get you a drink. And I was like, I don't need a drink. I'm like, no, one drink, like a coffee or something. And I was like, no, like just hang out for one drink. I was like, okay. So they get me a drink. Dave is sitting to my left, and he just starts shaking his head, and he goes, I'm sorry, I can't do it. And walks away. And I was like, what the shit? And I look over at Adam, and Adam's shaking his head. He's like, fucking pussy. Like, fucking fucked it up for him. God, if he'd have just stuck to the goddamn plan. And I was like, what is going on? He doesn't want to talk about it. What is going on? He's like, look, Big Bad Toy Store offered us $100,000 to have you clipped. And I was like, what? I was like, I buy from Big Bad Toy Store. I was like, well, I mean, you're not going to do, I mean, it's just $100,000. And he looked at my drink, and I looked down at my drink, and I knew it was poisoned. And I was like, over $100,000? And he was like, it's $100,000.
Only 50. I was going to split it 2 ways.
He brought up the Pennsylvania house. And I was like, dude, don't be bringing up the Pennsylvania house. Talk about my life.
Wow.
Yeah, so I woke up.
That's what he thought.
I want to read what dreams about being poisoned.
This man.
All right, poison in dreams.
This is the second one with Adam.
Interpretation. What does it mean? If someone wants to poison you.
Well, your best friend wants to poison you.
I know, right?
And a
For
drug
money.
addict.
Oh,
he couldn't go through with it though.
Damn it.
Yeah, it's true.
It's your best friend who could.
Hold on. Oh. So jealousy and envy towards another person.
This is good podcasting, right?
It is. I'm sorry.
Just keep reading. I had an awkward toll booth experience.
Really? Because usually it's really nice to toll booth people.
There was one. I am. So the problem
At least.
the problem was there was no toll booth person.
Oh.
It was a complete machine. You had to stick your card in. It sucked it in, gave you a total, and you had to swipe a credit card to pay. Well, guess what? It didn't want to suck my card in. So I'm sitting there. I get out of my car and try to put it in the
Slot.
tractor trailer one.
Oh,
That's up higher.
Right.
It won't take that. So I come back in and I try to put it in backward. It takes it immediately. But because I put it in backward, it can't read it. So it won't give me a total.
And it won't come back out.
Nope. And that guard is sitting right in front of me, the little...
Yeah.
And I'm pressing the help button. Nobody's helping me.
To
Cars are lining up from here to Kingdom Come, honking their horn at me, everything else. And I'm like, I don't know what to do. I don't. And finally a lady comes on and is like, what can you do? And I was like, she's like, when did you get on? Well, I got off to get like lunch. So I was like, I don't, we got off. It was near the Texas Roadhouse. And she was like, okay, that was such and such. Gave me a total. And then I was able to swipe my card and get through. But I mean, I sat there for like 10 minutes.
Oh, wow. That
Yeah.
sucks.
Sucked.
I wonder what the other side of that speaker is like. Like, because, all of those booths have a button to call for help. Like, what is on the other side of that? Is it just one lady sitting there? Like,
No, it was no booth.
I know, I mean, electronically. Like,
Oh, yeah.
who's receiving that and where? Like, India?
Yeah, I don't know.
It could be outsourced.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
All right, so you feel as though like negative comments, like there's negative thoughts or feelings towards you.
Well, I don't just feel that. I fucking know it every day. I put a video out.
It's interesting that it's coming from me. Have I been throwing you? Has Dave and I been throwing you
No, not
some shade?
No,
more than normal.
No.
I mean, I know.
Oh, Dave did. No, it wasn't Dave. It was Chris. Chris got a good joke in on me recently.
Yeah, but it's like deep relationship, deeply harming, like
I don't know.
criticism.
I don't know. So the other one I got, James Roberts, writer for IDW,
Yes,
More Than
I saw
Meets the
his
Eye.
picture.
Like he walked past my booth and he saw like the Lost Light DJD stuff, and he came up, he's like, it's beautiful stuff, and I was like, thank you. I was like, dude, I praised him. I told him like how much his work means to me, and how much I think he revitalized the brand. That he may be the only one that's truly revitalized the spirit of G1 in a non-video game platform, media wise, since G1, and like. He was like, you don't know. He was like, that's my goal. You have no idea what that means to me. Like, I get a lot of love from fans, but I don't get that specific thing, which is
awesome.
Yeah, and then he was like looking at the prints, and of course I would never charge. I wouldn't even have that print if it weren't for his brain. So he was looking at him, and I was like, I just put it out there. I was like, could I give you one as a gift? And he was like, sure. I would love to have one. And I was like, here, I'm going to get the Scavengers one. And he was like, would you sign it for me? And I signed it for him, took a picture. Like, it was fucking...
That's awesome.
Fuck yes, dude. Fuck
That's awesome.
Yes. Made my con in terms of create, like, what I... content-wise in the art world.
And you walked outside, saw it balled up in the trash can.
So then there was a guy that wanted to fight me.
Finally.
Yeah, but it wasn't what you think. But let me tell the story. So, I put on the mask. I took a picture with a guy. Right. I come back around my table and I'm talking to another guy, and then there's a guy standing like 5 feet behind him, and he's got that look in his eye, and I know that look. So I'm already ignoring the patron, and I'm focusing on what's going on. I got my kids, it could go any way. I don't know these people, like, you know what I mean? So I saw him, and we made eye contact, and I was like, "What's up?" And he was like, "Sup?" And then he stuck with me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I was like, "Oh, okay." you know? So I was like, you good? And he was like, yeah, I got a question though. And I was like, let's have it. And I'm talking past this dude that's standing right in front of me. I think it's World War III. That's what, you know what I mean? I'm ready. And he was like, are you the real Bobby Skullface? Or are you just putting on the mask pretending to be him? And I was like, I'm Bobby, man. And he was like, let me see your arms. So I pulled up my sleeves and showed the tattoos. He was like, okay, cool, man. Making sure there's not somebody impersonating you out here.
Oh,
like that.
Sweet. that is nice.
Yeah, it was awesome.
So I was thinking about that. Should he be honored that he's protecting you, or should he be insulted that he thought that this is it?
Well, you know what's funny? I had people coming up to me all weekend like, dude, you're way smaller than I thought you were.
Tell me, you've been vegetarian, you lost a bunch of weight.
Yeah. I was like, dude, don't be judging my lifestyle. Nice leather jacket, dickhead.
Also about the poison, it means it can be foreshadowing of risks that you shouldn't take. Don't take any risks right now. Okay. You should be scared. Simple. Be conservative in your business dealings as well.
I will. And let's see what else. Archer Tollbooth guy that wanted to fight. So I made a good joke. I made a good joke at the toll booth. My kids thought I was trash. I made a
of course.
Good, so like,
I was on Lean on Jana last night about her costume. I was like, what is that costume, Jana?
Yeah, it's actually dead to rights.
I hear you.
But yeah, I'm with you. I said the same thing.
I'm like, oh.
Yeah, I was disappointed too.
Guess some trash ass character design.
So we go through this toll booth. There's this dude in there. He's got one tooth in his mouth, which is fine, right? But he got into a fight with the cavity creeps and he lost. And so,
the plaque guy. The last episode they were talking about being scared of.
Yes, B plaque.
Yes.
So we drove through, right? And after, all my kids saw it. I could tell because they were like, oh, like I hear the whispers and everything. So we drove past. It was quiet in the car for a second. I was like, fuck. And they were like, what? And I was like, I forgot to ask him. And they were like, ask him what? And everybody's super concerned. And I was like, if he brushed his tooth this morning.
It's horrible. That poor man.
And then Jane was like, that joke is trash. I mean, it's trash joke. It's not even funny. And I was like, all right, whatever.
So you pass through like all the soft food he eats. All right, continue.
I could have gone. I was ready. If they dug it, I was gonna be like, oh, that's why they call it a toothbrush. Like I had all these lined up that I had ready, and they didn't give me any love.
Knew that.
Easiest floss job I had so many.
I had a really good dad joke today. I had to pause the podcast though.
Okay,
it's worth it. It's worth
all right,
it.
Pause and see. Yeah, it's good.
And then he hung up on me.
Outside of that, I have something new that I'm working on for the channel. Mm-hmm. It's going to be called
Burlesque Show.
No. It's going to be called like Blank for Dummies. So like whatever the conversation is about for dummies.
Okay, you're going to get sued, but that's fine.
Yeah, that's good.
No, I'm being serious.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see if my 2,000 views get me over there.
Oh, cease and desist letter for sure.
That's fine. I'll just call it for idiots. You know what I mean?
Okay.
For morons, for whatever I give.
Morons.
Yeah, whatever. So like
neckbeards.
Yeah. So it's
mouth breathers.
It's a conversation. It's like a 10 to 15 minute conversation with Jisk and Robert D about something super topical at the time. So like the Fans Toy Cyclonus just dropped.
Yeah.
And I did a review for it, like a proper review. And then this is just like an informal 10 to 15 minute conversation about it. Slideshow, put it out.
Yeah.
So I'm working on that. And
patio.
Oh, my patio collapsed. Part of my patio collapsed. Like not much. Like 4.
Outside?
Yeah, like 4 pavers, because the construction of the concrete of the steps collapsed a bit. So like it didn't collapse, but the dirt eroded underneath it, which brought the pavers down. So they came out and fixed that today.
Sinkhole? Where, in the front?
No, in the back, right by the steps, right by the line of the steps.
Oh, okay. Is that any water like getting down?
No, I guess ultimately, but it could just be. It could be a number of different. It could be earth moving. Like it's all just rolled up dirt where they build it on top of. So it could be a number of different things. But either way, it's fixed now. And I think that's it. I watched the first episode of Daredevil.
How was it?
Really, all the way through. It's fine. I mean, it was first episode, so it wasn't. I found it a little hard to follow because there's a lot of like flashback stuff and like I think it's like prompting you to remember certain stuff. But like
a recap.
Yeah, but there's a recap at the beginning, but then during like the first 15 to 20 minutes of the episode, they're showing you scenes that took place at different times. So like I had a hard time following it.
And you were half asleep anyway.
Probably
tired. Have you watched any of Daredevil yet?
Nope.
Are you not going to?
Maybe next year.
Okay, fair enough.
Next year.
That's what Netflix
how
is.
I roll, bro.
That's what Netflix deserves right now.
And then I've started. I got some shots for the music video.
Pretty coming along. Looking nice.
There's a lot of potential there. And what I need your help on is like, so I have let's say I have a clip that's 20 seconds long.
Okay.
I need that 20 seconds to remain exactly 20 seconds.
Okay.
But I'd like some parts of it to play in fast forward and other parts of it to slow down. But I need the entirety of the clip to remain in 20 seconds.
Okay.
I just need the certain parts to compensate for the others.
Okay. We do that.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. Shouldn't be hard.
Beautiful. And I think that's it.
It's not bad. Got it in an hour.
Yeah.
That's all, folks. See you next week.
Yeah. I do have some news stuff. Let's see here. I've already sorted the news, so that's a pleasant surprise.
Dude, Henry Cavill looks terrible.
I know.
As Geralt.
It does look. Is it because he doesn't have a beard yet?
It looks like a bad cosplay.
He doesn't have a beard yet?
He doesn't, because this is a prequel. This happens like before even the first game. Like the third game is where it got super popular. This happens before even. That's what I was wondering why the actresses look so young. So it makes more sense to me now why they look so young.
Yeah, but that's just like kind of a test shot, right? I don't know. I think it's like a test shot.
It's not good. I'm
not
mad. I'm just sad because I really like it.
I'm like, why is Superman's hair white?
Okay, here's a kind of discussion. That was me touching this.
Yeah.
Okay.
Joe, don't do that.
I think it's okay for comic book characters and 2D characters to be transferred to like live action relatively easily because 2D people usually aren't realistic looking. But when you have a character that's established in a 3D environment with good graphics, it's hard to unsee that.
Oh,
so
that's
when you
a valid
find
point.
an actor, like you kind of have to balance the casting with the looks. Like maybe someone is
should they change his face a little bit? Like put some shit on it?
Like they find an 8 actor instead of a 10 as an actor, but like looks better. I would rather have the acting be slightly less and the looks be slightly more.
I hear you.
Like it throws me off. Like
suspension of disbelief is challenged.
Exactly. I'm like, oh, this is Superman being cosplay.
Yeah, dude, I'm with you. I thought it looked silly myself, but I'm not really invested in that story. So
I kind of am.
Yeah,
unfortunately,
I'll probably like it.
Yeah.
If it's gonna be good, you know.
Hopefully, that's why I said like I'm not shitting on it, and I'm not saying he's bad.
Dude, it's not Castlevania.
I'm just. Like I've been saying, like I hope his acting will win me over.
Maybe.
It's like I like him, nothing against him, but I just have a very.
Does he have a English accent in the game?
No.
Fuck.
No.
That's gonna be hard for me, man. You just need to let him have the English accent.
No, I need him to be like video game Geralt. Like some people are like, oh, maybe it's based on the novels, but I'm like, it's the same universe, it's the same timeline.
Is it novels before the video game?
The novels started before the video games. Yes.
Okay. So it started as a fiction and novel.
Yes, and
I didn't know that.
They bought the
rights.
The rights.
Okay, cool.
Sorry, derailed it.
No worries. Our first note is Waid Out of Hand, which I'm quite happy with. So there's this shit going on with Mark Waid. Have you looked at this at all?
I saw something. Somebody was ranting.
Okay,
about how he's fucked him over.
So, comic book author Mark Waid has started a GoFundMe campaign to collect money for his legal fees related to a lawsuit filed by Richard C. Meyer, a leader in the online Comicsgate movement. The lawsuit alleges that Waid called Antarctic Press, which Meyer had formed an agreement with to publish his Jawbreakers series, and convinced the publisher to drop the title. Meyer claims that the amounts to interface with the contract he had established with Antarctic, as well as a defamation due to the alleged content of the phone call. But in a post announcing the launch of the crowdfunding campaign, Waid maintained his innocence, etc., etc. He says, even though I am confident with the claims made against me are entirely without merit, lawsuits are time-consuming and very expensive. Still, I have never backed down from bullies, especially those who denigrate my friends, colleagues, and values, and the values our community stands for. And while I'm not a rich man, you have my solemn promise that I will fight this no matter the personal cost. So, I say that to say this. Somebody who knows the people that filed the lawsuit made like a public posting, and their posting says, I've gone back and forth on this very personal post, but I'm seething with so much rage I have to let it out. I'm done pretending it didn't happen. The NDA has been up for years and I never had to sign a thing. Fuck Mark Waid. This man got into business with us. He created a partnership for the comic book store that was never technically legalized. When his piece of shit girlfriend decided she wanted Jason gone, he sided with her knowing it was wrong. When it got bad and we finally lawyered up, we were told, you have tens of thousands of dollars because he does, and he's going to drag this out in court. We can win, and we will, and that's why we're going to owe, and that's what you're going to owe in fees. Can you cover that? Because he can. I know his lawyer, and he's giddy at the prospect. We let the store go. 10 years of my best friend's life was gone. 10 years of hard work, realizing a dream was ripped away from him, and adding insult to injury, he left that store with $150,000 in annual sales, $100,000 in product and fixtures, and Mark Waid paid him less than $5,000 to shut his mouth and walk away. That was our reality. A rich, recognized, wealthy man, white man, wanted more and took it. Robbed the little guy, smeared his name, took his business, and then a year later broke up with his girlfriend and signed it all over to her like it didn't even happen. He ran, literally flew across the country and ran from his problems. He threw money around or he runs and hides. He throws money around or he runs and hides. We always heard about his temper. We didn't realize the reality. If you don't believe me, there's a 911 tape out there of Jason calmly calling the cops while Mark is screaming bloody murder, destroying the store in the background. That's a fact. Now, I don't know all the details of this lawsuit, and I don't really care. What I do know is Mark's temper got him in another situation, and he's using popularity and fans to take money from hardworking people to fund his lawsuit. He absolutely does not need your money, and he absolutely deserves what's coming to him. Yikes.
Interesting.
Yikes.
I don't care. I'm not giving that dude money.
Yeah, me neither.
You know, so...
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, I read that, and it's like that seems legit.
I don't know.
Yeah.
It's weird. It's weird. I'm not giving. I don't know if I'm giving any super successful entertainer money.
Right.
Not to say that none couldn't possibly need it, because that's possible, but. Like, I know there's a writers guild. I know that people get points off of shit. Like, I'm just not giving you money,
dude. Isn't it strange how GoFundMe has kind of become this like stuff like that? It's like this charity that we all like. Okay, yeah, you know, if I believe in this cause, I'll send somebody money, and it's kind of cutting out the middleman with the charity shit, and it's starting to like. I had a friend that had a GoFundMe here recently. His house got fucked up in the hurricane, and people donated money and everything.
Next to the dairy farm?
Yeah.
Because that was utter destruction.
I know.
Fucking trash. Fucking motherfucking soft old piece of shit.
Jesus, Joe. Calm down. Stop touching my mic, man. And, but it's like, you know that thing like lending people money?
Yeah.
Like, this dude, man, I know he's always one of these guys asking people for money, right? He's never asked me for money because I'll be like, I don't lend money to people.
Right.
I'll give you money. I'm not lending you money.
Right.
But like it's kind of taking that shit as well because now you have these shit like situations like this and be like, I need this. Can you send me some money? Because you're not borrowing money.
Right.
Ask people to give them money.
Right.
So it's very
Write a
interesting.
Book, you thoughtful motherfucker.
I've actually ran. Fucking never mind.
Yeah.
Fun joke.
Let's see what else. I know there's some more. Who needs a Kwik-E-Mart? I do.
Poo.
So there's some weird shit revolving around this. Have you seen any of this?
Yeah.
The Simpsons will reportedly drop Apu amid controversy.
That's so stupid, man.
So, amid controversy surrounding the character, Apu will reportedly be quietly dropped from future episodes of The Simpsons. The news comes from producer Adi Shankar, who launched a contest in April challenging young writers to craft a spec script for Simpsons focused on transforming Apu into a fresh, funny, and realistic portrayal of Indians in America. Shankar
None of the characters are realistically portrayed as a...
That's also fair. Shankar had already chosen the contest winner when he learned the series is just dropping the character entirely. I got some disheartening news back that I verified from multiple sources, he said. They're going to drop Apu's character altogether. They aren't going to make a big deal out of it or anything like that. They'll just drop him altogether and avoid the controversy. If you are a show about cultural commentary and you are too afraid to comment on the culture, especially when it's a component of the culture you had a hand in creating, then you are a show about cowardice. It's not a step forward or a step backwards. It's just a massive step sideways. After having read all these wonderful scripts, I feel like sidestepping the issue doesn't solve it, etc., etc. Look, allow me.
Go for it.
Here's the thing. Is it a cultural stereotype? 100%. Is that cultural stereotype not based on anything true?
Definitely is.
It definitely is. Like
I have a 7-Eleven across the street from
your parents are Chinese.
Yes.
And what do they own?
Corner market.
It's just
and a laundromat.
A laundromat factory.
It's just to say that's not a realistic
Bougie as fuck. Laundromat factory.
It's huge. So here's my issue with this. There are a number of Indian Americans that own
convenience stores.
Yes. To say that that's not a good portrayal of them is to belittle the ones that do.
Right.
Apu is a character in that show that does have a high moral standard, that tries to do the right thing, and he does own that store. And there's nothing fucking wrong with that. He's an
entrepreneur. He owns a store. That's nothing to look down on.
That's what I don't like about this.
It's funny, and I guarantee you, if we go on the street and find an Indian person and ask them, hey, what do you think about Apu? I don't fucking care about that.
Yeah.
You know? It does remind me. Have you listened to that Joe Rogan podcast about the guys that wrote all the bullshit papers?
I'm in the middle of it.
Jesus Christ! Have you heard about this, Bobby?
No.
So these academics were like, shit has gotten too out of control. So they started writing all these bullshit papers, and not only did they get published, but they've won awards about them. Like
outlandish papers.
Like one paper was like how dogs humping is because of trans fears or people who are homophobic. Mm-hmm. It's a homophobic dog owners transmit bad behavior that causes dogs to hump other dogs in public. And they won an award. They took Mein Kampf and just changed Jews to white men. And people were praising it.
Yeah. In the academic world.
In the academic world. I mean, so I think they did 20 papers in 2 years, and they all got published. I mean, they were explaining, you publish, 2 papers a year, and, in 7 years, you get tenure or whatever, and you can't get fired from your academic job. It's ridiculous. I think everybody needs to listen to this podcast, but people are so fucking stupid with all the fucking bullshit. They're just ruining everything.
Only a small subset of people, though. Even though it promises it influences culture. It's like all these Hollywood people, but
part of the subsect. It's 90% of the. It doesn't matter if it's 10% of the people. It's 90% of the message. It is, man. Do you know that kids today can't even wear Halloween costumes in the state anymore for Halloween at school?
Yes, they can.
In school?
Yeah.
They do?
Yeah.
Your kids weren't there?
Yeah.
My kids didn't. They don't do it anymore.
Maybe it's a Montessori thing. You can do it. You can do it in county schools because they're doing it. I mean, everybody wore their costumes yesterday.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah. The kids wore the costume and came with the class to the hospital to trick or treat.
It could. I mean, that Montessori shit. That
is part of that subsection.
But they're still a county school. I don't understand that.
But that's
their rule. I think I want to say the school in my neighborhood didn't do it when they were there.
Mine did. I mean,
yeah.
But anyway,
it's just too much.
I haven't watched Simpsons in a long time anyway, so it doesn't really do anything for me.
All right, I just needed to get to the bottom of that. There was a small emergency, but I've sorted it out. I didn't even know I did this, but
too much on your plate, Bobby.
Yeah, it's all good. It's all good. Let's get back on.
Let's do it.
Stay on target. So I do need a Kwik-E-Mart. I'm bummed to see the character go. He's a cool character.
Didn't they just open a real life Kwik-E-Mart somewhere?
They did.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh man, we have an actual Indian guy own that. That would be a bummer.
Yeah, like that's the thing. I just find it. I find it belittling to the people that are working hard to maintain those.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, why is that not good enough? Right. Why is that not good enough for you, you big shot fucking producer dickhead? Why is that not good enough?
Like, anyone would be happy to be able to own a fucking convenience store.
Right.
I don't. It's crazy, especially when it's based on stereotype. Yes, but like real life stereotypes that actually everyone knows.
Now, you might call this a fish out of water story. But Marvel's Namor could surface in the MCU, says Kevin Fisheye.
Fisheye?
Fisheye, yes. So it says Namor film rights are not as clean or clear as the majority of the other characters.
Oh, because of Fox?
Yeah, but it's because it's tied up with Universal somehow. So I don't know why though, because you would think as a Fantastic Four character he'd be tied to I mean, that's probably why.
Maybe they
probably sold Namor.
Fox was owned by.
So it's probably like a Scarlet Witch thing. So Namor as Fantastic Four is tied to Fox. Namor as an Avenger is tied to Universal. Or it could be
an Avenger?
Everyone's been an Avenger.
Everybody's been an Avenger.
Really?
Yeah.
Yep.
And there's a video on YouTube. It's like all the Avengers ever.
Everybody.
Almost everybody. I mean, it goes on for like 12 minutes.
Oh, that's ridiculous.
So, yeah, but I think it's, I mean, I would like to think it has more to do, but it says that the Universal Pictures license expired on Namor.
Okay.
So that might open the door, but I would imagine it depends on how they want to treat him, because he might be, not that I think they should use him as a villain, but he might be tied as a villain character with the Fantastic Four. So if they had him as a hero, they might be in the clear.
I like him better as a villain.
I don't like him as a villain. I like him better as a
tyrant,
reluctant hero.
Oh, here we go again.
No. Just as a character that he will do the right thing if it involves saving
his people.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
All jokes aside,
Namor sucks.
Maybe.
I would say
I like him as part of the Illuminati.
He is. Yes, I would say that he has sucked for the majority of his lifespan.
He's got some interesting scenes with other characters.
Like all the stuff between him and Black Panther is really rich.
I agree.
Okay.
Yeah.
So all jokes aside, is it wrong for me to kind of want to ask for an Asian Namor?
No, it's fine.
No, it's fine.
I feel like this is a good opportunity to introduce a major Asian character.
Dude.
And he's been portrayed as like this before.
That's true.
And there's been Asian cosplayers of Namor, and they look about
That was
right.
extra. That was way extra, right?
You put a little sauce on that.
Nobody saw that. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
And it's
no,
true.
He has. I don't want to do it.
Don't do it.
I think
it's okay. It's okay if I do it.
I think it's because they usually do his eyebrows so intense. Yeah.
And it's coloring. And
Oh no, Namor. I would definitely see he's Asian.
I don't.
he can be. I'm saying he can be.
100%.
They can definitely go with a white guy. But
I agree.
For me, that's what I'm saying. Like all jokes aside, I want to know what you think.
Joe,
Let's settle in the middle of Filipino.
Why did
Joe, listen, you're about to get Asian Batman. All right? You didn't see that?
No.
You didn't see it. He doesn't know.
I'm not going to believe that till it's a done
He doesn't
deal.
know.
Asian Batman?
I don't know what you're talking about, maybe.
The Titan show. They haven't seen.
Care about that show though?
I don't know. I heard everybody says it's really good.
I mean, there was an Asian Batman in the back when Batman became like a corporation and every country had their own Batman.
Like Bruce Wayne is Asian.
Batman Incorporated.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Batman is Bruce Wayne is Asian.
Like he was adopted.
I don't know, dude. I don't break out the family tree. The actor that played the back of Bruce Wayne's head is this Asian cat, and apparently he's going to be
Siamese.
Yes, Siamese. He's going to
Come on. No laughs on that. Come on. You say he's an Asian cat. And I said Siamese, because Lady and the Tramp. We are Siamese.
I don't acknowledge that, okay?
Man, there was layers to that joke. And I feel like the Riddler right now at the end of Roar Jokes and Riddles.
Dude, no bullshit, man. So my boss came and checked on me one time at my house because we just had like the baby or something.
Oh, I thought it was on your limes.
Excited Lyme disease.
Make sure you made it through.
And my kids were watching Peter Pan. And he walked into that part where we're watching Peter Pan, like, what makes the red man red? And he's Native American. And I looked at him, and I looked at the TV, and looked at him, I was like...
It's not what it looks like.
Let me show you my garage. Come this way. True story. Because if you've never seen that movie, haven't seen it in a while, you wouldn't know that scene is Peter Pan.
That Pocahontas with the savages is, I mean, that's what it's like a song about savages. Like, I like when my kids had that on recently, and I was like, ooh,
Tiger Lily, you mean?
That's a bit much. No.
Oh, you mean in Pocahontas?
Yeah.
Oh,
what
yeah,
did I say,
yeah.
Pokemon?
No.
Oh,
okay,
no. Okay.
I thought you were still talking about Peter Pan.
You still watch Star Trek?
Your joke's still talking about But anyway, yes, Asian Batman. It's coming, Joe.
Oh, okay.
Lucky dog.
And my comment was like, oh, Joe's gonna be upset about this one.
But he's not supposed to be Asian. He's supposed to be a white guy.
Dude, I listened back last week to last week's episode, and that, I'm afraid, is necessary. Was so fucking funny.
What was that?
When Joe was talking, he was like, "Is it necessary?" And I was like, "I'm afraid it's necessary." like it's such a random spur of like memory. There was also Cody snuck one in on you. That was pretty good.
That was good.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a nice.
It's a nice skill to have.
It's good to have. Like, I don't know if, like, with that, I don't know if they're oblivious to it or it's like a game they play. Listen, mate. They talk about how bad our teeth are. Just don't acknowledge it.
I talked to him about it later.
Yeah.
He said he thinks it's because it's generational. Like, his parents were like the first generation to start getting braces. So like they have braces and he had like his generation had braces, but like the grandparents and shit, or like the people a little bit older than his parents don't.
The people on BBC right now.
They're old as fuck.
They're not 80.
No. But
this Cody.
Like 60.
Yes, Cody is young.
Exactly.
Yeah. So I guess his parents could be like 40.
Right.
5.
Dude, it was funny because I met him and I met Sam, and he's from England as well, and they live about an hour apart. And Sam's speaking is like 1,000 times more proper,
more elegant.
Like it sounds like how we do. We're like, oh, well, chip, Mike. Actually, Cody. To be fair, Cody had to jump over some of my boxes, and before he did it, he like looked at. He's like, chip, and he. But I told him, I was like, dude, you talk so much more.
Oh, dude, bring him on.
All right.
Anytime he calls.
All right. Hey, Jisk.
Yeah.
You're live on Nerd Rage.
I fucking knew it.
You always I think you do it on purpose.
Speakers here.
No, it's on both.
Oh.
I feel like you know when we're recording and you call on purpose.
You know, I do like the sound of my own voice.
Is there anything I can help you with, or can you take a call back?
No, I can't take a call back, but it's cool.
Hey.
No, we're good. I'll just call to shoot the shit, but don't worry.
Do you have a do you have a question?
Do you have a question, Jisk, for us while you're here?
I mean, what were you just talking about?
We were
Asian Namor.
No.
Asian Batman.
Asian Batman and Asian Namor.
I did have a question for Joe that I asked Paul C about, but it was about Asian people. I don't know if this is the time or the place.
It's always the time and place on Nerd Rage.
Real fast. You guys can talk about it, and then I'll just hang up and listen. So the joke has always been like, white people think that all Asian people look alike. But can Asian people tell the difference between what regions of the Asian people are from?
Yeah. All right, I'll talk to you later, Jisk.
He said, can Asian people tell...
Can you tell an Asian guy and be like, that's Japanese, that's Chinese, that's Vietnamese, that's Korean?
Not 100% accuracy, but in general, yeah.
Well, so I saw one time on Howard Stern, they did this. They had like an Asian guy come in, and the Asian guy was like, that was his thing. He's like, dude, I got the Asian powers, I can tell. And they were like, we're going to put you to the test. And they brought in like 20 different Asians. But he scored like, I think, an 88 or something. Yeah, he did pretty well.
It's not always right, but like there's a distinct look depending on what... I think it's probably a geographical thing.
That lady at Staples knew you spoke Chinese.
yeah, she did. God. Dogum. That doesn't know what Chinese is. Wow. That doesn't sound anything like Chinese. She didn't know what.
Hey, now does Cantonese have all the different vowel? Like I know, like Vietnamese has like 6 different vowel accents. Do you have like?
I don't know anything technical about the language. I just speak some of it.
Oh, fuck, you suck, Joe.
I know the writing is the same between Chinese and Mandarin and Cantonese.
Is it?
It's exactly the same.
Oh, really?
It's just pronounced differently.
Is the
Slightly
dialect
differently.
is the dialects that different?
It's different enough to where you have to learn it.
Okay.
Like, I don't understand Mandarin. Like, I
Okay.
maybe pick a word here or there, but I can, well, of what I can read is the same shit.
The next note is, I'm pretty proud of this one too. Skrull in Crossbones.
That's pretty good.
So Frank Grillo kind of let the cat out the bag that he was going to be in Avengers 4 by saying that he had finally fulfilled his contract. I think that's what happened. He said, like, I finished my contract. I'm now done with the Marvel franchise. And they were saying, well, the only thing that was shot during that time period was Avengers 4. So he's in Avengers 4.
It could be a flashback.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. Or it could be when they went back in time.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Or he could be a Skrull.
Or let's get this one Star Wars note out of the way before we get into questions. Boba Fett. Where? So
Not in the cinema.
no, they announced the cancellation of Boba Fett. Some details came out about what it was supposed to be. It was going to be during the Empire era with the other. So let me say this: I'm 100% happy they're doing away with it.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So
I thought it would be like a fucking big old bounty hunter buffet.
Bonanza, Bounty Hunter Bonanza, dude. Episode. Write it down. Do we have a pen? God, we need to start. We need to organize better. But
You're lucky I came today. I'm not organizing any better.
so the thing is with this, if I got a Boba Fett movie, I want it to take place, and I know people don't want this, but I want one of two things. So here's the one that nobody wants that I'm okay with.
Let me guess.
Go ahead for it.
I think you wanted between episode 3 and 4 to see how he came up in the ranks of being Boba Fett and how he got on Jabba's team.
Mm-hmm. That's my second choice.
Okay.
Do you not want them
That I
to
don't
get-
think people want. Because, like, he does make appearance in the Clone Wars and stuff like that, but, like, I would want that story of how this fatherless kid got off Geonosis, got into the business.
Well,
okay.
You know what I mean?
We saw it in Clone Wars.
Correct,
When he was
correct.
a kid.
Right, but I would like to see that story.
Oh, what was he? He was in Clone Wars?
Yeah.
Oh, I
Yeah.
didn't know that.
And he was more reluctant then. He was not as ruthless.
Correct.
But he grew that way.
Or him getting out of the
A Sarlacc
Sarlacc pit.
Yeah, I feel
That's my... I want, especially after seeing Solo, I want them to move away from that 4, 5, 6 era. Give me stuff after 6. Give me stuff before 4. But I'm done. I'm good.
Did he get out of the Sarlacc pit?
He did in the comics.
He did in the novels
pre-canon.
too. I actually one of the few Star Wars novels I think. I
But
read
after the reboot?
After the reboot, I don't think they've addressed it. They've hinted at it, like somebody found his helmet somewhere, like shit like that. But it's
Yeah.
like one of those things, like maybe the Sarlacc burped up the helmet, or maybe he got out and tossed it aside.
Well, the problem with that is it's not like Jaina and all those people that came after the movies, and
Sarlacc's got to poop too. Man, gotta poop.
and it's completely removed, and so you just start off a whole new timeline. Like he's in the series, and at that time, and getting out of Sarlacc pit, it is within that time era. So, like, do you go with what's already been written, or you completely change it?
Well, it depends. Like, it depends.
Or is he
I'm
dead?
not-
Or did he die there
So,
in this new universe?
So here's the thing: is I'm not tied in any way passionately to that character, with the exception of him training Jaina. That's it. You know. So I'm okay. I'm okay if the Sarlacc couldn't digest the rocket pack and threw him up, which is how the comics I think explained it. But I'm also okay with him being like a James Bond type character, where it's just a mantle, and the Boba Fett that we saw in the original.
Maybe a James Bond type character.
Yeah.
Dread Pirate Roberts.
yes.
There we go.
That maybe
Jesus.
the character that we saw in the original trilogy isn't the kid that was on Geonosis. Like, you know, I'm okay with either one of those, and I'm okay with like anything in between, really. But
Yeah.
I just like if they came out and they were like, "Look, the Obi-Wan movie is definitely not happening," that would have hurt, because that's one I want to see.
Yes.
Yeah.
But that takes place before 4. That's my thing. I want to get out of that era.
Yeah,
like
I'm with you on that.
I'm good.
I didn't do that.
That was
I was like gonna say something. That just popped out. Sarlacc pit. Dude, so
Mantis monster.
the Sarlacc's got to have a fucking exit hole that comes
could be
out
the same.
someplace else.
like it can be the same, like starfish. It goes in and comes out. It goes in, digests, and comes back out.
Maybe.
That's weird.
Maybe.
I don't like
but
that
you would
one
see a
bit.
bunch of shit around it. You know what I mean?
It's
Where it would-
stationary.
It's like
That's-
that. It's,
yeah,
it's,
I think- yeah,
it's the Adam
stationary.
Russman of Sarlacc. It's constantly cleaning itself and making sure it's like 100% clean. It washes its tentacles in the sink.
Maybe.
I mean, like you have to get into the biology of a star. Like how do they reproduce and how do they have one somewhere really far if they can't move?
Maybe it's just a mortal creature.
Just one. Mm-hmm. There's just
Well,
one.
it has a
Sarlacc.
very long lifespan.
Maybe Tatooine doesn't have any sand. It's all Sarlacc poop.
Like, it could
Like it's and it blows around, and it's like it's been there for a million
I
years.
love it. I
Million
love it.
years.
I love it. I love it.
be new canon.
There it is.
I love it.
I did. I thought after they rebooted it, somebody was like, "Boba Fett is dead."
I don't think so. That character, I think they're afraid to say anything definite about
Yeah.
because of the cult
Or
following.
maybe maybe George Lucas said it.
Yes, he did say it, but he said
Yeah.
it. He said it back during the Lucasfilm era.
Nobody cares
Yeah,
what he
yeah,
says
yeah.
And
anymore.
they were like, too bad you signed away the rights to comics. Boop, ba, doop, doop, doop.
He's too popular. Such a fan favorite. Should just definitively write him off. It's not a smart business idea.
Well, and the other
I think he's a fan favorite from the toy. I think that's what spun everything
and
out.
I think it's just how cool he looked in Empire. It was the mystery, right? It was. He
Yeah.
had a cool look. They told him no disintegrations, so
Yeah.
you know he's a badass, and that was it. And then by Return of the Jedi, they're like, wait a minute, he's a fucking idiot.
Yeah.
You know, I think that the other issue that I had with it is my favorite element of Star Wars is we just talked about recently is the Force, Jedi, Sith, Ren, blah, blah, you know, all that kind of shit, right? The Mandalorians are way down my list in terms of interest.
Mm-hmm.
That being said, with a Mandalorian show coming,
yeah,
a Boba Fett is too much, way too much Mandalorian.
yeah. I
for
think it's a good choice.
me. Yeah.
Good choice.
So let's
You know,
get.
Chuck Norris was in Star Wars.
Tell me, give it to me.
He was the Force.
Perfect.
I want to see that Mandalorian Darksaber in the live action somewhere.
So there
Yeah,
was.
what's the deal with that thing? It's a lightsaber, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
but it's
But it's like
black.
a tapered.
Yes, it's
and
tapered.
it's a katana.
I mean, it's black, and it's
it looks like a Japanese sword.
and it almost looks like it's on fire. I feel like sometimes.
I think that's
sword
how they
being
can.
light.
Only way they can show it because it's black. Like
Yeah.
they have to make an effect around it.
Why did you do your
I
hand
don't
like that?
know.
Sure.
I'm wondering. I'm doing it just.
He was just doing this.
That's a girthy unit right
Yeah,
there.
he was like, just because it's. Whoa. We did get one person to.
2 weeks.
2 weeks. 2 years, though, to be fair, but maybe 2 weeks. We did get one person that wrote in, and forgive me, I'm really good. I'm really not good at keeping this information, but they asked for like the 10 definitive Batman must-read list.
Can we
That was Mr. Ethan H.
Yes.
can we push that back? I need some time for that.
Okay. So are we going to commit to that for next week?
Yeah, we'll commit to that.
Okay. So we're going
So
to handle that.
Let's make it. Tell you what. Let's put a list on the show notes,
Okay.
and we'll throw things up there, and then we'll like let's pull this. Let's put that
Okay.
up there.
Fair enough.
You know?
Would you mind doing that, Joe?
I'm doing it now.
Okay, cool. And then I'll get to these other questions, and then we can wrap up. I don't think it needs to be a long show today.
Except there's like 20 questions.
Oh, well, we'll
'Cause
do.
we didn't answer all the ones
Dude,
from last
we
week.
can give him 23 minutes.
All right.
We can give him 23 minutes.
So James said this week's question or discuss. Let me snap my rubber band.
Back.
This week's question or discussion topic is kind of hard to put into words. How does the comic industry continue to adapt characters' origin stories to fit our current times as we get further away from when they were created? A few examples of this would be Magneto, Punisher, and Batman. Magneto was born in the 20s and spent time in Auschwitz. By all rights, Magneto is about 100 years old. World War II is a big part of his backstory, but it happened so long ago, yet he's running around in current continuity like a buff grandpa. Punisher was a Vietnam vet who lost his family to mob gang violence. I think in some continuities they've just upped the timeline and made him a Desert Storm vet, which can work for timing. Batman headed to an old movie with his folks, and you know the rest of the story, yet he's been the buffest 38-year-old I've ever seen for the last 80 years. While technology and current topics challenges these characters' use of face change in the books, how can writers justify the historical events and times that forged these characters back then in 2018 and the way they make sense to normies? Whew. I get it. these are just fictional characters we all love, but who knows, one day our favorite characters may not get a story told because they just aren't relevant anymore, or comics would just have to be set in the past tense for some of them to work. If you're confused as fuck, just PM me and we can set up a quick call before the show records. Take care, Nerd Rage. So I think that, like, in DC, most of the timelines have been rebooted anyway. Crisis on Infinite Earths, Infinite Crisis, New 52, Flashpoint. Like, so it's a Eddie out, but it is what it is. For the Marvel stuff, I mean, they basically do the same shit. Time is lucid, and
they just ignore it.
Yeah, or like, I mean, I think that it makes sense to do it with characters like the Punisher. That doesn't necessarily make as much sense to pop up in a movie like Civil War.
Yeah,
because they're kind of excluded from the mix.
Yeah, and your shirt's inside out. I just want you to know that.
Yes, and it actually ended up being a blessing. I'll have you know.
What is that?
Because it has my mopping company on it, and I did a little video this morning, and then I got upstairs because I had the mask on, and I was like, and I was like,
inside out.
Sometimes getting dressed in the dark works out for me.
No, I agree with you. I do think that they'll never get too old, or you can't talk about it anymore, because it is the same story we've been saying over and over again. We've had the reason that Superman is lasted for 80 years. Yeah, the reason it's lasted for 80 years is because we're just better at maintaining information now.
Yeah,
right.
And I think that a lot of
if it was oral, it would have just changed to something else.
Right.
Oral dialogue.
Okay.
Your eyes got really bright there.
Well, anytime I hear it, I'm just might perk up like a little rabbit.
I mean, is that what your wife did? Hey, honey, do you want some oral right now? Is that what she says?
No.
I don't think anybody's ever said those words, like those specific. Hey, has anybody ever offered you oral with that word? Like, do you want some oral right now?
No.
Okay, just making sure.
It's just something you refer. It's just a word to describe the act without. Yeah.
I hear you. Just making
using
sure.
it.
It was. I don't think I'm allowed to tell this story. If I do tell it, it'll be on Patreon. But I have a story involving that word and my wife that's very funny.
Oh. Well, there you go.
But yeah, I think that a lot of these characters are so beloved and speak, like, it's not their origin story that matters. It's the theme of it that touches us. Yeah. So as they manipulate it, we just say okay, because it's, as long as it stays true to the spirit, it works.
Yeah, I did forget something. I'm gonna go back to I got an alibi. I finished playing the Spider-Man game.
Okay,
dude,
cool. Oh really? Oh man,
girls were crying.
I gotta get that shit.
Yeah,
you keep talking that shit about it.
I know.
Yeah, you keep talking that shit, dude. I want to get Red Dead Revolver, Red Dead Redemption 2.
Just have Penguin come play over here while have it in the background while you do other stuff.
There is a funny ass meme though. So
there's a bunch of funny memes involving that game.
Like
Spider-Man 2001, Spider-Man 2018 is my favorite one.
Which one's that?
Like they have like background characters that like look better than some of the glitchy ones in 2000. In the recent one, like some of them, like in like the first version that came out before some updates, had like box heads, like Minecraft almost.
Oh really?
Yeah, and it was like Spider-Man 2001, and like the faces look way better. Like on PlayStation 1, it's like Spider-Man 2018. Oh really?
No, you see what he's holding?
Yeah,
he's holding Red Dead
Redemption.
Because I mean, like that's like the new hotness that's dropped.
Oh, okay,
and it's fucking amazing.
I've heard good things.
I want it bad. You know what, man? I had my anniversary too. So I got my wife. Thank you. So I got my wife a very thoughtful gift. So the year of our anniversary is like ivory is the gift, but now they made it like elephants because having ivory is bad, or like certain kind of wood. Some kind of wood.
Oh, I can give her that for anniversary for sure.
Or lunch. Also, like, lunch date or something, right?
That's an easy one.
Right? Yeah.
Knock it out.
So I got her insulated bag
of elephant meat for lunch.
with a yoga type of elephant design. Like these nice like wooden handles, like insulated like zipper bag, and like she's really into like packing lunches. Like
this sounds bad.
No, but she doesn't like buying food out. Like she like she packs my breakfast and lunch and everything. Yeah, meal prep. She's big into that. I was like, I checked off all the boxes, man.
Yeah,
like, that's really doing it. So she didn't give me anything, right? So I was prepared for. But I did drop several hints about this video game. So I gave her present early, like the day before.
So she'd have some time to get out and get it?
Time to get out. Fucking fail. My wife, I love my wife to death, but she is the worst. She's the worst gift giver. The worst. You know? It's all right, though. I still love her.
Not worse than me. I just don't give it.
Actually, no, I gotta get Joe a really good gift this year.
I don't want anything.
Really
Dude, gift to me could be giving me nothing, and that's my gift.
No, I'm gonna give you something, Joe.
Okay, so let's move on to the Paul C stuff. Some of this we can do round robin. Who is your favorite horror villain, subjectively?
It's easy.
Go.
Hannibal Lecter.
Go.
Pinhead.
Freddy.
Freddy's a close second for me.
And
let me ask you about mine. Is Hannibal suspense thriller or not? And not horror?
Which one?
Which movie? Give the other. Let me think.
I do like Pinhead. He's good.
Yeah, he's good.
I do feel like I'm more invested in Jason for whatever reason.
Gary.
Oh, he's good too.
He's good too.
Would you objectively also say that he is the best? If not, who gets that prize?
Best household, like most powerful?
For the purpose of this question, you can be as tight or as loose with those definitions as you'd like.
There we go.
Yeah.
And you can each have your own definition of the best. He got ahead of the argument on that one.
He knows us.
Who's the most powerful? Probably Wishmaster.
I don't know. He got.
You know,
Pinhead never got. Well, he get got in like the late.
I've crushed angels under my boot.
I'm going with Satan. I'm going with Satan being the best.
Which movie?
Any. Like Passion of the Christ specifically.
You couldn't even hold it until you finished.
Which I classify more in the gore genre.
I'll you said I'm bad for saying cult.
Yeah, I know.
How about Prophecy, Satan?
Yeah, I mean, any of them really, because it is
Vigo?
like,
yeah, Vigo.
that's what I'm going with.
And I was. I do like Constantine Satan as well.
Yeah, he's probably aside from Passion, he's probably my favorite Satan.
But I guess Satan is just the most powerful anyway.
That favorite Satan. It reminds me of
that's a conversation to have.
South Park Satan.
It reminds me of a stand-up that Ricky Gervais did. Mm-hmm. He was like, the Vietnam War. I'll tell you, it's not my favorite war. My favorite war would probably be. And then he was, Vietnam wins best soundtrack.
All right, Pinhead's pretty powerful too.
He is,
but he got too.
Only at the very end in the future.
But it doesn't necessarily
no. He got gotten in number 2.
It doesn't have to mean powerful.
It's not.
It doesn't have to mean powerful. Like you can define best however you wish.
I know, but I'm interested who's most powerful now.
Do with it as you please.
I mean, Satan would be the most powerful if he's really the top dog of all of it.
Yeah.
Like, none of the standard, like Jason, Freddy, Michael Myers, they're not that powerful in the greater scheme of things.
In this show, Penny Dreadful, Satan is very weak. It's very it's very interesting. He's very fragile. It's very interesting how they do it. He's just corrupting. Like, he's mentally, he's the spirit. There's like a unholy trilogy aspect. So there's like a, it's an interesting concept.
Some breaking news just happened.
What happened?
Ewan McGregor is cast as Black Mask for Birds of Prey movie.
Okay.
Yeah, this is fine.
Yeah, I'm good with that.
They said it was. Someone put a note. It's probably Phil. Said something about it's trying to aim for rated R.
Really?
Rating.
Oh God!
Hey man, I could use some Margot Robbie titties if that's the way they're going.
That's not the way.
I know it's not. So I don't care about the rated R.
Yeah,
dude, the piece of glass here is like blending in with the shattered glass.
Is that still broken glass? We've been picking up broken glass for weeks.
This is the same pieces.
I know it's the same.
It's a piece on here.
Who is your? What do you predict will be the most played out costume this year? Well, it's a little late now.
Harley Quinn.
Again?
Every year.
I'll tell you the one that I saw most at Comic-Con was Raven. Raven was like the biggest costume of the show.
Every female that I shouldn't say that. I've seen a lot of female as Black Panther's sister.
Shuri?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Shuri, is that her name?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Not Siri.
Not Siri.
Hey, Shuri.
some of my
yes, colonizer. All right, Josh W. He says, "What's up, NRR? I've recently started listening to your podcast. Been watching Scully YouTube. Did we do this one? Absolutely enjoyed the content.
You posted this picture of this, and I copied it.
Okay." He said, "Been watching Scully's YouTube vids for around a year or two. Absolutely enjoy the content that you all put together for the show, and thanks for taking the time to do it, as it provides for an entertaining couple of hours for me on my commute to and from work. Got a few questions I want to ask. Bobby, tell me about that CD collection. I'm a huge fan of music and about all genres. What you got on those shelves?"
Did he really write this, or did you write this yourself?
So I have a ton of stuff.
A lot. You have a lot of CDs.
I don't know. I mean, it's.
Why don't you just? You have the copy of the catalog someplace written.
I used to.
You don't have it anymore?
No, I used to have it on like my dad's computer, like Windows 3.1.
Oh, wow.
So it's changed since then.
I think it would be easy for you to say what you don't have.
Yeah, I don't know. It's like I have
Conway Twitty.
No,
don't have it.
No, don't have it. I have my favorite music is rap music. So it's largely rap, but I mean
90s.
Yeah, well,
you stopped buying CDs at some point.
Yeah, like last year.
Do they sell CDs anymore?
Mm-hmm. You can sometimes you got special order them, but yeah.
Really? Are you gonna do that anymore?
I have.
They probably
if I like the album, I buy the CD.
Really?
Otherwise, I buy the CD.
Dude, when you order one, they probably just burn it from digital and then print a label for the box.
So I have I have a ton of shit, man. I have. And it's my wife's CDs too, So like between the two of us, we have pretty much David Bowie's entire catalog, Jimi Hendrix's entire catalog, Bob Marley's entire catalog. That's her shit. I don't fuck with that. And I don't know, man. I wouldn't even know where to begin.
You should listen to 8 Weeks.
Yeah. Rock, pop, soul, R&B, electronic, metal. Classical, opera,
musicals.
What opera you got over there?
I can show you. I have like Carmina Burana. I know I have offhand. Carl Orff composed that. But yeah, I have a ton of shit. I mean, I have a ton of shit. I wouldn't know how to begin addressing this conversation without even just like you know what I mean? ABBA. Yeah. Like, and I have AHA, and I have ABBA, and I have AC/DC, and I have like Tori Amos. I have ZZ Top,
Alien Ant Farm.
I have Alien Ant Farm.
Well, this is a fun game.
Yeah, I have a lot of music.
Alice in Chains.
Yep, I have their entire catalog until Homeboy died.
Anthrax.
I don't think I have any Anthrax solo album. I have the single of "Bring the Noise" with Public Enemy though. Beastie Boys, Bowie
to Men,
Belle Biv DeVoe, Boys to Men, Barry Manilow.
Ooh,
I have in my collection.
Number one selling Christmas album of all time. Eddie's Jewish.
I think I have a Tony Bennett record in there. Like
Michael Bublé.
No. Yeah, it would be ridiculous. There's no way to.
You can have a 3 hours. You're just listing your CDs.
Yeah.
Dude, we should just do an episode. Where all you do is read
one by one all the CDs,
like an audio book.
Yeah.
Chapter 1. It was a cold winter. ABBA.
Dude, send it to Robert D. He'll sleep to it.
Alan Parsons Project. I have their. I'm just like other A's like popping in my mind. But we have my wife's a big Florence fan. I'm a big Dipset fan. Dipset has an album coming out November 22nd. I'll give them a free plug. They don't need it, but can't wait. So yeah, I got a ton of shit. Let's see what else he says. He says, "Have any Bobby, has any of the Nerd Rage crew ever read the Meta Barons? It seems like material you guys would dig. Plus, the art is fucking great."
No. Never heard of it. I'm gonna look into it.
Yeah, I'll look into it.
I won't.
Josh W. from Patreon said,
I think it's the same. It might be the same person from different. Because one of them I got off Patreon, and one of them.
Oh, this is the same one.
I think it's the same person.
Because he said, being 40K fans, have you ever read NRR crew read the Meta Barons?
Yes,
Seems like it would be in your wheelhouse, and I'd be curious what you thought of it. So Adam and Joe hopefully look into it.
I'm not looking into it. Joe can look into it and tell me.
You have a bigger 40K display than I do, Bobby.
That's true. For now. Kevin Riddell.
Does he?
Oh, let me tell this story. Here's another good story. not with Kevin, but so I'm at the rock party on Friday night, and I'm talking to a couple guys, and this dude beside me, who I don't know.
It's always some dude you don't know, huh?
He brings up his phone, and it's kind of angled my way.
Like he wants to show you something.
Like no, like the other way, like he's taking a picture.
Oh.
And then he puts the phone away, and I saw it. I caught it, and I was like, just file that away. So then I finished up the conversation. I went to walk away, and the dude pulled me up and was like, "Hey, man, I wasn't taking your picture." And I was like, "Oh, okay." I wasn't worried about it. I definitely was worried about it. And he was like, "I'm Calum." And I was like, "Oh, well, shit. Had I known it was you, I would have known immediately that." And he said he was like texting his wife the whole time. Like, I think he just thought I took a picture of him. And his wife was like, "Oh, you fucked it up already." Stupid. He was a very cool dude. It was a pleasure to meet you, Caleb. He said, "Fellas, sorry I missed TFCon. I hope to meet up with you guys at Star Wars Celebration." Well, at least me. I happen to have a trade show the first part of the week of Celebration, then the Celebration the later part of the week. And yes, I'm in the same room all week, but I'm being charged double during Celebration. Fucking criminal. I agree.
What?
Mm-hmm. A couple questions.
Time rates, man.
Bobby, do you wear the mask the entire con? I do not. How does that work? Do you lift up halfway like Spider-Man when you eat? No, I just put it on upon request. And sometimes now, like when I can see people that are like, I just say, I like for TFCon and shit like that, I'll be like, you want to get a picture? And then we'll go from there. Because I get so many times where people will be like, "Man, I wish I knew you were wearing a mask. I would have asked for a picture," or so I just, and then if they say no, I just got to eat that and just be done with it. It's all good.
Hopefully Robert D's not around.
Yeah, if Robert D's around, then
the whole bill. Hey, Robert D didn't go?
No, he was there.
Okay,
he was there.
Just standing around waiting for something not to recognize you.
You haven't told a story about Robert D.
I didn't really have many Robert D stories to share.
Oh, is he not feeling well?
No, he was there and he was in full. He fell asleep at the third party panel.
Oh, was anything new at the third party panel?
Not really.
Oh,
we knew that.
Yeah. It said, when are you guys going to post some Halloween costume pictures? So the problem with that, I'm just going to have to post one a day. I will post one a day on Patreon to the $1 people. And I'll just do it for 7 days, and I'll start today.
Okay.
Because the problem with that is that I can't find a way to post multiple pictures at once, like a photo album. It only allows you to post one.
Oh.
Did
you get all the pictures from me?
I don't know. Yeah. I got him. Yeah. Joe, when are you going to get serious about having a child so you will know what life is all about? And while we're on the subject, what the heck is a mopper? In my head, you all clean up crime scenes like Men in Black style on buff floors and shopping malls at night. Well, I'm not going to say you're right, but you ain't wrong. P.S. Patreon question for Adam. Love to hear about you growing up with your dad being gay. After 14 years, my wife and I divorced because she came out. And we have 2 kids. We tried the open marriage, and it was a huge disaster. For us, it did not work. I remarried, and everything is great, but the kids, Marty.
But the kids, Marty.
Oh, God, I'm an idiot. Bobby. Sorry. So that might be a larger discussion than we had, but you're welcome to.
Patreon special.
I mean, so let me figure out how to discuss this. I mean. So
that's a heavy question to drop in there.
So my parents,
that's a PS.
My parents kind of split up. I guess when I was about 11. The divorce wasn't final until I was like 13. But they're like,
that's about. I mean, that's
about
right.
Okay, so I do remember after my dad left. And it was kind of a bad time too. I think I was kind of getting to the point where start wondering about girls and everything, and ideas of masculinity and femininity.
Right.
And I remember like my dad all of a sudden just started listening to Pet Shop Boys a lot more. Started tight rolling his jean shorts, fanny packed it out. I do remember like once he left my mom, his like there was a kind of like uncloseting, I guess, with his like he and don't, my dad's not Nathan Lane by any stretch of the imagination or anything like that. That's not it. But like I definitely did perceive it before I knew he was gay. Like I felt embarrassed, but then at the same time, I think everybody gets embarrassed with their parents at a certain point.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Sure.
So I don't know. Like I don't know now. Like part of me is like, was it because
he's gay or because I was a teenager?
Exactly. But I do remember this one point, man. Like, so when I went to his apartment the first time when he got his new apartment, you walk in there and he has like this almost like a David bust, but it wasn't David. It was like the male torso, but no arms, no legs, no head, just
all
neck,
dick,
all dong. The only intact appendage was the penis, right? And I just remember, like, every time I'd go in there, I just turn it around. I face the other way. Yeah.
And not as a prank, like, just as, I don't want to look at this.
I don't want to look at this. This made me feel, it was like literally, I walked in there, like, not looking at that. That does not feel okay.
Paging Dr. Freud.
Right? So, and then at one point, my mom kind of did some fucked up shit. And because it was weird too, because like he actually, this is getting into the weeds. I shouldn't be talking about this shit, but I'm gonna do it anyway. He had this one girlfriend like, after my mom, and like I know he slept with her because we were at her house. Like she was a divorcee as well, and we were at the house, and I was like up watching Bruce Lee movies. So like there used to be like this kung fu theater or some shit on a local channel where she lived. Don't get triggered, Joe. It's a real
no. I was talking earlier because I used to be a big black belt theater guy.
It was black belt theater. That's what it was.
Yeah. So it must have been
but we come on like at like 10 o'clock at night or on Saturdays or some shit, right?
So it did eventually move. It used to be right after Saturday morning cartoons. You either had American Gladiators, Soul Train, or Black Belt Theaters.
Okay. So this was
wrestling.
This is the nighttime thing. So like I heard him upstairs banging, and like at this point I knew I know what love is. So like I want to know what love is. So I remember I was pissed because like I was like listening, like, oh man, he's having sex and it's not with my mom.
Yeah. I mean, that's real.
So, but then like I started noticing some stuff, and then like one time, so I was trying to tell my mom about him sleeping with her. And he's like, he didn't do that. I was like, no, he did. He definitely did. He's like, he didn't do that. And I was like, no, he didn't do that. He didn't do that because he's gay.
Right.
You know? And I was like, oh, that makes sense. You know what I mean?
It all clicked.
And I remember one time I said the F word in front of him and not fuck. And he got, like, this is when I was a little kid. He got on me about that. He said, don't say that word. He got really upset about it. You don't even know what that word means. Don't say that word. And I think I called my brother it. Such a fun word, though, you know.
Well, you know.
Starts with
my dad would be the first one to tell you it's a fun word. Yeah. Anyway, so
people can say the words that other people can't say. I always find it fun.
No, I'm being.
I don't. Look, I said I just to interrupt. I was telling a story, a recounting of a story where that word was used. And it was actually, like, it wasn't an anti-gay thing at all, but the word was used, and it was actually used to criticize someone who may be critical of gay people, but may actually be gay. There was layers to it.
Yeah.
But I was telling, and I told it in the presence of someone who was gay, thinking, not put my foot in my mouth, but just thinking he would understand the premise, like the nuance.
You're retelling a quote.
And he pulled me up. You know, one-on-one, and was like, I'm not okay with that. Like, and I was like, dude, cool, I respect that. You know what I mean? And I respect that. Like, you know, he didn't call the cops or he didn't tweet about it. He pulled me up and was like, this is, I don't like it. This is why I don't like it. I would appreciate it if he didn't tell me you can't use it. He didn't, you know, he just told me why it was hurtful to him. And I was like, dude, if I knew that, I would have never. You know, and this was years ago,
and you weren't using the word,
right? No, not at all. Yeah. It wasn't when I was recounting the story. It wasn't me that said it, you know. But you know, it's like that is something like amongst humans. If something bothers you, and you tell the person, and hopefully the person has enough respect for you to, you know, within as long as it's within reason. It's like, dude, when you use a fork, it bothers me. Well, it's like, well, dude, I gotta eat
sprung.
Yeah, or we're gonna get the sprungs. But
you won't get this sprung.
But that is like that's the human. Like it was a good moment for me, even though it was I was being chastised or, you know, disciplined, for lack of a better term. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Criticized.
Yeah.
So I guess in the adolescence part, there's a part of our relationship that like it got bad between him and I. Like every time I go there, I give him a hard time, and I was definitely acting out because of the divorce and everything. And my mom definitely
all this time you put with those wind up teeth in his desk drawer.
Exactly. Exactly. No, it was. I'm not gonna
go ahead, continue.
And I mean, I know I would just be obtuse for no reason, just be a fucking dickhead.
A big triangle.
That's right.
Yes,
a big triangle, and like I think at a certain point, I think from 13 to 17, I just stopped going over there. I'd go over there like every once in a while, but I would just stop going over there. And but it was definitely my mom. Like they tried to make me hate him. Like she tried to use she used it as a weapon. And like looking back on it now, it's like super fucked up. And then he actually didn't come out to me until I was like 21. And by this time, everybody knew. At this time, like he brought a boyfriend to fucking Thanksgiving. You know what I mean? And what happened was, my grandmother called me. I was like, hey, hi, Adam, how are you doing? I'm doing well, Grandma.
Pretty spot on.
Well, I just want you to know, I don't think your mom and dad are ever getting back together. I think, Grandma, they've been divorced for almost a decade, and my mom's remarried to somebody else.
Safe bet.
Yeah.
Which grandma?
Well, I found out your dad was a homosexual, so I didn't know if you know, and I wanted to, like, I've known for quite a while, Grandma. I've known since I was like 11 years old, probably. Yeah, I'm just finding out now, and oh, wow. I guess my grandmother called my dad, and it's like, I'm telling Adam this right now, right? And like he's like coming in like and like yeah, Grandma, I know, I've known him for a while now. And he's like, you did? And I was like, he's like, yeah. I was like, yeah. I was like, well, why didn't you ever say anything? He's like, I don't want you to say anything to me. And we actually had like this 4-hour conversation about it.
Wow,
it was pretty interesting.
Would you have wanted him to tell you ASAP?
You know what, man?
Or what age do you think he should have told you?
It's funny, man. Like I think all of the kids had like a different struggle with it. You know what I mean? Because you're told that it's something to be ashamed of, and being wrong is wrong. I mean, it is.
I guess it's a different time now.
It is a different time now. Yeah, dude, like
100%.
There was a kid and to this day I feel bad. To this day I want to find the kid and find the man and apologize to him. His dad got arrested for having sex with another guy in a park, and it got like made the newspaper. Oh, and like his dad was kind of like a prominent dude, so he got clowned, like super clowned. His name was also BJ. Didn't help.
No.
Didn't help.
No.
And I remember one day, like somebody said something to him, and like they're like, dude, stop being so gay or something like that. And like he like almost fucked, like, and he was one of these dudes, like the rage in him, like I was like, dude, he's like the Hulk. Like he was Bruce Banner for a second, and the rage in him made him Hulk. I was like, holy shit.
Right.
BJ ready to throw down.
Yeah.
And like I feel bad for him because he got a lot of people gave him shit about that. And I talked behind his back about it, and and he was shamed by it, and nowadays it doesn't matter. People like my sisters, my sisters are 9 years younger than me. I mean, one of my sisters is 9 years younger, so that by the time she went to high school, it was cool,
right?
It's like Will and Grace. Yeah, like my dad's gay. He takes us out and we go dress shopping, and he spends a bunch of money to do our hair. Bullshit.
Yeah, I mean, I remember she had that famous quote where she was like, Jonathan and Dad are just different. Jonathan takes me camping, and Dad takes me to get my nails done.
And this is before she knew.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who was that girl that was mixed up with Bill Clinton back during the Monica Lewinsky stuff, but it wasn't Monica Lewinsky?
Paula something?
Yeah, Paula Tripp or...
Yeah, I think it was Paula Tripp. Her daughter went to school where we grew up.
Yeah.
And I remember they used to give her such a hard time. Hey, tell your mom to stop ratting on Billy.
Jeez.
So for my kids, we talked about it, because it's like, my oldest is 11 years old now, so the world has even changed more.
Sure.
Dude, my youngest told me the other day that she wants to be a boy. I wish I was a boy. And I was like...
There's a song about that.
I was like, we're not gonna engage in this because most people are like, do you?
Right.
And I told the Pam after I was like, listen, I don't know how you feel about that, but we're not gonna acknowledge anything crazy.
I would have just reached over to my cassette player and pressed play. And when you're a boy, you can wear a uniform. When you're a boy, other boys will check you out. You'll get a girl when you're a boy.
But my wife was like, actually, I wish there's a time I wish I was a boy. Like,
yeah, I think like kids, you know, like,
all the time.
They don't mean it that way.
Right. But like now, I feel like people. It's like there's a couple kids at the school that are obviously playing with gender roles, you know, concepts and feminine masculinity, you know, and like you're like, okay, I get it. You know what? Great safe place for you guys to figure out who you are.
Sure.
You know, and
you got a lot of time to figure it out too.
Yeah, you got plenty of time. And you know what? Change your mind. Right, Bobby?
Oh yeah.
So, but no, I mean, I think being honest and, you know, expressing there's nothing wrong with it or whatever, and people have, you know, people are complex creatures, but we never made it a big deal and we never hid it. We just act like this is nature.
Another element of normalcy.
Yeah.
I think that was the way to do it. I think that was 100% the way to do it.
I'm very happy. And I remember it was one, this was the, well, you know, Pop and Grandpa, they live in the same house, right? Yeah.
I remember this.
And they're married? No, first it was like, and where did Grandpa sleep? With Pop. Oh, okay. And that was it. Mm-hmm. And I was like maybe 5 or 6. And then it was like,
Kara, right?
Yeah, and it was like Grandpa and Pop they're married? It's like, yeah, so 2 boys can get married. Yep, a boy can get married. A boy and girl can get married. 2 boys can get married. 2 girls get married. Oh, okay. That's fine.
Yeah.
And like, I don't even know if we've used like I'm sure my dad, you know, he's the first one to cut a joke about something, you know, so I'm sure he would say something in front of the girls like, you know, like, oh, I think he's gay, or, you know, like, we'll be talking about somebody and it'll be like, oh, like this is a classic one. Like somebody else, like a waiter would come up and my dad would be like, oh, he's on our team, Greg. And like I'm sure they observe because kids do pick up shit even if you think they're not listening. Sure. They fucking get it. So, but I mean, I won't say that. Like, listen, I'm not a fucking victim of this, you know, or anything like that. I mean, there was some times that it was challenging. There was challenging, like when you were a kid. Like I'm not saying, but there were some times that there's like confusion and whatnot. You didn't really understand. I will tell you this: there was some hurt. Yeah, there was some hurt. Yeah. But I mean, like you're fine, and that's okay. But I will tell you this: I do think that I was extra promiscuous when I was a young lad because of that. You know,
to prove a point to yourself.
Yeah, absolutely. Because I literally didn't understand it, and I was like, dude, what if one day I just fucking gay bug bites me?
Well, I mean, there was a lot of
you don't know
bad information back then. Yeah. Like you didn't catch the gay.
Exactly. And it's like
Bobby,
catch the gay is crazy.
With both hands.
Oh God. He's all lathered up.
Trying to get me. Can't catch me. But like, yeah, but it is funny, like thinking back to it now, how foolish it is. You do realize, like, man, we are so fucking stupid. Like humans, like we are literally probably wrong 99% of the time. We just like kind of come up with the idea, like, hey, but this sounds right? Yeah, you can catch the gay. Yeah, absolutely, catch the gay. Yeah. You know, like,
this before internet, we like that about it. You can just catch rumors.
Yeah, which is float.
Just the rumors.
Yeah. Which
that was a rumor.
You know,
yeah, not the gay. I remember there was a guy who I mopped with, and he had a French press coffee machine, and like there's coffee around, like any office, and he brought in his own French press.
I got one too. They're great.
And this guy walked in and was like, "What's that? That's gay. It's gay. You got a gay coffee." And he was like, "Listen, I understand that you don't understand this, but I like my coffee. I'm particular about it, and I enjoy finely crushed beans or whatever the fuck shit he went into." Yeah. And he was like, "And I also understand that anything that you don't understand, you probably write off as gay. Fine coffee." Probably many books. It was great.
arithmetic.
Yeah. It was a mall rat.
Yeah, I know exactly who it was. I know exactly who it was. But it is interesting. I will say the cultural aspect. Like I love different cultures, and so the cultural aspect of it is fascinating to me. To like when you go to that world. So like when we go to like they have like gay night at this one bar with him and his friends and I think they call it gay day or whatever. Or
it doesn't matter.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. But like it's interesting to see, like, every culture has their own customs, and language,
absolutely,
whatever. So it is interesting to see that transition. Like I guarantee you, if
untethered,
if we took a trip with Joe to Hong Kong, even though he never wants to go to China, like we would see.
I don't want to be when I come back.
The Hong Kong Joe come out. Like you will definitely like get into that Hong Kong zone.
Hong Kong Joe is a hard name, by the way. That's hard. Who's coming? Me and Uncle Dolphin. Like, oh, okay. Who's coming? Me and Hong Kong Joe. Oh shit.
Yeah, we might have to change our name now. We might have to do it. So
it depends on the circumstances.
It's a mouthful to say.
The circumstances dictate the actions.
Yeah. What does Hong Kong have a meaning?
It's like harbor that smells good.
Are you serious?
I thought it was sovereign nation of knockoffs.
That's a bad name. That's a bad name for that place, I'm sure.
The harbor is what got Hong Kong to be like one of the best,
thriving cities.
Yeah, in the world. And like apparently something back in the day about how it smells good. So,
yeah.
Dude, much better than the Inner Harbor, Baltimore, I'm sure.
The opposite.
That shit smells like bodies.
I'm sure Hong Kong. I bet dollars to donuts Hong Kong smells worse. Unless the pollution kills your ability to smell. And it doesn't smell at all.
Hong Kong's pollution is not bad. It's China's pollution that's bad. Don't talk about my people.
We have one last question, and we can erase this note. It is...
Oh, wow, nice.
You from Sam Mead. I often create...
Don't do that.
I often create stories or fill in blanks to stories.
You need to let that go.
He wrote it.
You know what I'm talking about.
I'm never letting that go. That's mine.
You need to let it go. Mine. You need to let it go.
When I have the time to think on such things, is there a specific property that you have created headcanon for? I feel like for me, it's almost embarrassing because it's that childlike imagination running wild. Would love to hear your thoughts. So I know one that specifically comes to mind, and that is the Dark Knight trilogy. Two things. For me, Talia's playing possum at the end.
Okay.
And when he sees Ra's al Ghul in the prison, he's really seeing Ra's al Ghul. It's not an image. Like it's Ra's al Ghul there. Mm-hmm. That's my two things.
Okay.
I can't think of anything off the top of my head. There's definitely headcanons I've filled in the blank for things that might not make sense or might be a hole to, or like maybe inconsistencies that I'm like I have to fill it in to make sense. But,
got anything?
I do. I don't know if I can share this as like my deepest, darkest headcanon secret.
Really? Mm-hmm. Go for it then.
I don't know, man. It's going to take too long to explain.
What franchises involved?
All of them.
Oh.
Oh.
Somehow that made it less interesting. So you'd rather not share it?
All right. Here we go, right? Mm-hmm. No, I don't want to share it.
Okay. All right.
I'll tell you guys offline.
Okay.
And with that, great tits.
Oh, let me shout out to the Cool Table.
Oh, shit.
Shadowcast Uncut, Enter the Realm, Beer and Bolters 40K, Plastic Fanatics, Stasis Lock, Toy Detox, Building Up to It, Fresh Communications, and Breaking the Mold. I had a good chance to talk to Gary from Breaking the Mold. Gary.
Dude, is Gary going to do...
Is
Gary going to... Our Gary?
Uh-huh.
Is he going to do something here soon?
He's supposed to start trying to come out soon.
Oh,
wow.
Okay.
As long as it's not a day's mom.
Has he finished his kitchen yet?
Probably not.
Just like 3 years.
I'm sure we'll hear that story. Shout out to the rest of the Nerd Rage team. Manny, who has been talking me through some tech stuff recently, which has been frustrating for him, I'm sure. Dante on Facebook. Maryland Phil on Twitter.
Dante and his romper.
Raul on Instagram, who I had the pleasure of spending a little bit of time with in TFCon. Not enough, you ask me. And is there anyone else I'm forgetting?
Black Phillip.
For Black Philliping it up?
Yeah. I mean, he's done some purchasing for you guys, right?
Yes, he got...
have you done his videos yet on this stuff?
No, I need him to come through.
Ah,
yeah.
okay.
So go ahead with that.
Great tits.
Flappy Labius.
Tight Dick Player.